Energy and excitement in high demand pregame. Coaches know there's a trip to the D3 championship at stake. Cortland, Randolph-Macon, ready to go on ESPN. We welcome you inside Dayfield on the campus of Randolph-Macon College for our Division III semifinal. As this afternoon, the Cortland Red Dragons are in to battle with the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. All right, let's take a look at the bracket. There's a trip to the D3 championship game at stake here. Winner of this one between Cortland and Randolph-Macon will tangle with the winner of Wartburg and North Central here in the state of Virginia, and that's coming up. That will decide a championship. We know you're in championship mode. Great to have you with us. I'm Michael Regai. My partner is Adam Brenneman. All right, you know, two football teams that are prolific and absolutely entertaining offensively. Why is it that we feel in these type of situations that at times who plays the best defense and who gets the stops when needed will win this one?
Cortland and Randolph-Macon both have very similar offenses, but you combine that with the fact that the stakes couldn't be higher. There's high tensions, high emotions. It has all the makings to come down to which team controls the football and which defense gets a big stop in the biggest moment of this game.
Usually happens that way. Let's take a look at the quarterbacks. They are both outstanding. Zach Boyes for the Red Dragons of Cortland. Got about every record going on that campus. Been terrific.
Boyes is exactly what you want in the modern day spread offense. He has a good arm, he's accurate, but most impressive is his anticipation, always knowing where his receivers are going to be. Today he's got to take care of the ball and let his playmakers play in space.
Speaking of taking care of the ball, you're going to love then Drew Campanelli. Campanelli, the quarterback at Randolph-Macon. You see the numbers from last week. This guy's a touchdown machine in the red zone.
Campanelli started his career at Franklin and Pierce, where the coaches told him to go find a new home. He has found that home at Randolph-Macon. He's injected a sense of confidence in this program. He's playing really good football right now, but today he's going to have to play the best game of his career.
The head coach of the Cortland Red Dragons, there he is. That's Kurt Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick has been in the D3 playoffs as a player, an assistant coach, and as a head coach. Third season in the state of New York at Cortland. And on the other side, of course, that is Pedro Aruza. Aruza in his 20th year here. So, well, he got a huge ovation when he was introduced to this crowd before the game.
Michael, this place is rocking, man. We got a packed house, standing room only. Fans are excited.
And it's going to be the Cortland Red Dragons that get their hands on the football first. Settle back and enjoy this, everybody. Oh, here's the series history. It wasn't long ago, last year playoffs, first round, Randolph-Macon came back and won it 35-28. Settle back and enjoy it, everybody. We are on go. And this return for Rashad Tucker. Got to about the 17-yard line, and Tucker got knocked down on that return. And that is where quarterback Zach Boyes is going to bring this offense out. Boyes, the junior, out of Buffalo, New York. His father, a quarterback also. His dad played at Ithaca College.
He comes from a football family, and you can see it when he's out there with how confident he plays, the way he takes care of the football. But he's at his very best when he's improvising, creating with his legs and letting his playmakers run down the field when the play breaks down.
Folks, again, we just told you in the open a moment ago, prolific offenses for these football teams. Boyes gonna fire, and that's hauled in. How about Zach Boyes hitting that big throw early on? That's Cole Burgess who made the grab. They tell us he is a dynamic playmaker. After the catch he showed you there as he turned that up for big yardage.
Watch the accuracy of this throw. It is exactly on the money, and that accuracy allows Burgess to turn up the field after the catch. Doesn't have to stop his movement at all. Great job by Boyes to start this game.
So on one snap for quarterback Zach Boyes, he's got his Red Dragons offense into Randolph-Macon territory. Boyes again, fire in middle. That's hauled in. Boyes starts 2 for 2 on the afternoon as he was able to hook up there with Joe Idevio. Idevio is the third down specialist, they told us. Got open space there.
Yeah, look at that move after the catch by Idevio. You can see why he's so dynamic. The ability to put his foot in the ground, step back, and get some extra yardage upfield. he's a big-time player that in the biggest moments of this game, they'll look for him.
How about this accuracy start for Zach Boyd?
It's impressive, man. He's a good-looking quarterback.
Now out of this RPO, he starts out 3 for 3 as Boyes connects there. He was able to throw that quick out. Cole Burgess made the grab. So Burgess already with 2 catches on the Zach Boyes throws in his first possession.
Burgess is a huge part of this offense. And what we're seeing right now is just the run-pass option. You mentioned it. Boyes is reading that out and has the option to hand it off, but if the linebacker steps up to play the run, he just throws the hitch route to his wide receiver. Takes really good football IQ by the quarterback to make that play.
Jaden Alfano St. John is the running back. Boyes is going to throw it for the 4th straight time. Tight window, and he fired that dart as he was able to hook up with his receiver, Omari Kendrick. Kendrick, who will line up as a tight end a lot, hit Kendrick, and Boyes is on a heater on his first possession.
I mean, the window could not have been tighter for that throw by Boyes. He had to put that right on the money, and he did, where only his big tight end could catch it.
Well, how about this Randolph-Macon defense? They only allow 12 points a game. They're being challenged by Zach Boyes. And the Cortland offense now to the ground game for the first time today. Jaden Alfano St. John on the carry. St. John on that first at goal got a couple. Football's at the 4-yard line, 2nd at goal.
In the goal line area here, they love to look at Idivio, who we've talked about already. Had 3 touchdowns last week. It's a big playmaker in the red zone. He's in the slot at the bottom of the screen.
So Zach Boyes with Alfano St. John behind him. St. John on the carry, made that cutback. Maybe got down near the 1. Well, I just mentioned to you, I mean, both these offenses are sensational. And when you look at the Red Dragons offensive court, I mean, come on, Adam Brenneman, 515 yards a game and average almost 47 a game.
Well, it takes a great quarterback. You can't do any of that without a guy that can truly play point guard back there and let his playmakers make plays. Boyes runs this offense as well as anyone.
From the 1-yard line, back to the ground game with that leap and extension of the football at the goal line. Jaden Alfano St. John in the end zone. Touchdown, Cortland's Red Dragons.
How about that start for Cortland? Exactly what you want if you're Kurt Fitzpatrick. Get the ball on the kickoff to start the game, drive down the field, first down after first down. Your quarterback distributes it and end it, running the football in the end zone. Look at the offensive line there. Great job getting the push. And Alfano St. John jumps in the end zone. Good job extending the football, knowing it's 3rd down, and we got to get in there at this point.
It's 16th touchdown carry on the year for Jaden Alfano St. John, the junior out of West Hampton, New York. Mike Balaga for the PAT. He'll handle the field goal and the point after touchdown work today. So Balaga capping off this first drive for Cortland with that. Now that's impressive. That is impressive. In 3 minutes and 23 seconds, there's your touchdown maker, Jaden Alfano St. John. As we said, the 16th touchdown carry for him on the year. But Adam Brenneman, how about the way Zach Boyes came out and just gunning the football, but with poise and accuracy?
Yeah, well, we said he had to distribute to his playmakers, and that's exactly what he did. We saw Idivio make plays. We saw Cole Burgess with a couple of big plays there. The challenge for the Randolph-Macon defense will be running in space and tackling these playmakers. If Boyes can keep getting his guys the ball with room to run, it's going to be a long day for the Randolph-Macon defense.
We'll see how Randolph-Macon responds. And as we told you the open a couple of minutes ago, I mean,
points.
You know, with these two offenses, you know, we thought maybe, who knows. Sometimes in situations like this, defenses come and rise up to the occasion. Now this Randolph-Macon offense, they're going to get their hands on the football for the first time today. And this offense, all they do on the year is put up 48 points per game. 48. Cortland averages 46 a game. Randolph-Macon at 48 a game. So we'll see if the defenses are challenged big time today. This is Jason Moore on the return. Moore from inside the 5. Moore got knocked down at the 23-yard line, and that is where we'll get our first look this afternoon at this high-octane Randolph-Macon offense led by Drew Campanelli.
To me, Michael, this game for Randolph-Macon comes down to ball control. Can they control the football? And can Campanelli make big plays with his arm when the shots are there? 67% completion percent on the year. That he's accurate with the football. He takes opportunities when they're there, but the 5 interceptions, he needs to cut those down. Can't turn the football over in a high-scoring game like this.
This young man was at D2 Franklin Pierce to start his collegiate career. We'll tell you more about that as we go on. And going to run that that misdirection on that quick toss. Now, that's Jason Moore. That's going to go down as a completed pass there from Campanelli to Jason Moore, and it got 4.
Watch how the Cortland defense runs to the football here. Look how many white jerseys around the ball. You get a bunch of guys in there running into the football. That's a sign of a good defense when they swarm to the football like that.
And this Cortland defense, they give up about 19 points per game and about 302 total yards per game. Campanelli going to throw that quick bubble, that tunnel screen, as he was able to hook up with Holden Hodge. Hodge making that grab is going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it about 3rd and 9 to keep this drive alive.
It's a really good open field tackle there by David Romer.
So down 7-0 after that Cortland Red Dragon drive for a touchdown on their first possession. And now Drew Campanelli looking at 3rd and 9. The line to make is up near the 34-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Campanelli. Nick Hale, the running back. Campanelli will gun middle. That's hauled in. That'll move the sticks. 1st down. How about that grab? As making that catch was Landon Ferris. Ferris with just his 11th catch of the year.
Great job on the play design there. Pedro Aruza having the receivers cross each other against the zone defense. The defense loses some of the receivers, and Ferris is able to pick up the 1st down. Nice play call.
So the running back again offset to the right is Nick Hale. This is Hale's first carry of the afternoon. Hale got knocked down as in on that hit was Nick Lardero. Lardero plays at one of the defensive end spots. So there's a prolific offense, almost 48 points per game and close to 500 yards per game as well. Second and 10 now for Drew Campanelli. 2nd consecutive run as Campanelli went to Mitchell Johnson. Johnson, the 210-pound sophomore running back here out of the state of Virginia.
Watch this play by number 33, Jack Winey. Great job by the middle linebacker, shedding his block and getting an open field tackle. That's a form tackle right there. Winey's one of the best players on this Cortland defense, and he's a big day today.
60%. Now you're seeing that right.
60.
Yeah, we checked this about 10 times to make sure you convert 60% of your 3rd down opportunities. That's big-time balling offensively. Campanelli going to fire that quick in route, and it was a knockdown, as looking like that was Sam Mahdi that got a hand on that. Mahdi, the big defensive tackle, to knock that down. Punt team's got to come out now for Randolph-Macon.
See number 92 there, Sam Mahdi, get his right hand up to knock that football down. Defensive coaches teach their defenders, if you can't get to the quarterback, get your hand up and tip the ball. Great job there by Mahdi, forcing the punt.
Now we got whistles now, and it looks like that Cortland head coach Kirk Fitzpatrick saw something that maybe he didn't like, and is going to get a timeout. So the first timeout for Cortland today. will come early here as they are about to get their hands on the football for their second possession after that outstanding drive put 7 on the board that was led by quarterback Zach Boyes in their offense. There's a good look at Kirk Fitzpatrick, the head football coach. See, back in that return spot, pressure on. It's Ravi Das from inside the 20. Nice return from Das. Outside the numbers with speed. Ravi Das. See you later. Touchdown, punt return style, Cortland Red Dragons.
What a start for Cortland. Ravi Das using the speed to get in the end zone, but a better job by his blockers. Watch the punt return blocking team. Everyone's engaged. Watch number 30 there leading the way. Chip blocking to let Das get open, and a great job here putting on the accelerator, knowing that it's only the punter you have to beat. Big time play, and Cortland's off to a hot start in this one.
Hot start, partner. How about a couple of touchdowns? One of them on that dazzling punt return from Ravi Das. And they have hit this Randolph-Macon squad with a haymaker here in the first just a couple ticks less than 7 minutes. Adding his second PAT of the afternoon, Mike Balaga. Let's take a look at Ravi Das again. Showing the speed. He got to the edge, taking it to the house for Cortland. Take a look from Cortland, New York State. The Cortland Red Dragons, that's what, 6,700 students there, and Kevin James, right? Kevin James, the acting fame, and Nick Foley, the retired pro wrestler. But you talk about right now, those that are getting the high grades. That young man returned that punt a moment ago for the Cortland Red Dragons. Ravi Das with that punt return touchdown. And now you wonder, because this is, you know, this is the proverbial getting hit in the mouth. We will see the response from this very talented Randolph-Macon squad. From inside the 5 on that return again is Jason Moore. Moore's going to get swarmed on, probably right around the 23-yard line is where this drive will start. Speaking of this drive, how important now, down 14-0, the first 7 minutes of the football game. Randolph-Macon has not been in this type of situation often.
But don't panic. They don't need to panic here. Randolph-Macon needs to get some first downs, run the football still. We talked about how important the run game is. That doesn't change. You're down 14, so much game left. Go back to what your identity is, run the football, and take big shots on play action off of the run game.
Drew Campanelli, this highly acclaimed quarterback, this senior out of Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. He has been tremendous this year for head coach Pedro Aruza. Now they're going to go to the ground game. That's Mitchell Johnson on the call. Johnson has rushed for 12 touchdowns on the year. So give Johnson 4 there, and we'll call it second down and 6.
Watch 92 Sam Maddy play this block, the defensive tackle. Great job getting off his one-on-one block, beating the offensive lineman, and getting that one-handed tackle in there to keep the short gain.
Sam Maddy already, whether it's the run game, had that pass deflection on the first possession for Randolph-Macon. Drew Campanelli now on second down and 6. Campanelli is going to check that down and was able to hook up with Jason Moore. And Moore made that grab, so Moore came from the other side of the formation to catch that quick throw. Going to bring up third down, and we're going to call it a long 5.
Yeah, big play here in this ball game. Randolph-Macon needs some momentum in the game. Converting this third down would be huge. The name we haven't said much yet, Michael, is David Wallace, their best receiver, who has elite speed. He's going to be bottom of the screen here, number 7. Got him on a one-on-one matchup here. Big third down machine.
Yeah, 53 catches on the year, close to 1,000 yards and 12 TDs. Campanelli's going to keep the football. Going to be close, depending on the spot. I think he got enough to move the sticks. Drew Campanelli got that done before he got dragged down by Jaden Martinez, hard-hitting linebacker for Cortland.
It's a called quarterback run. Really nice call on third down. Everyone thinks Randolph-Macon's going to throw the football. They call a quarterback draw with Matt Hale, their center, number 77, leading the way. Nice job by Hale, getting just enough to allow his quarterback to pick up the first down.
Matt Hale, the fraternal twin of running back Nick Hale. Prominent Hale family here in Ashland for the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. Campanelli going to go back to the ground game, run that RPO game on that inside zone, and on that carry again. It was Mitchell Johnson. Maybe give him, let's call it 3. Oh, second down and 7 here, down 14-0. The Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon here. We're past the midway mark in quarter number 1.
The big battle in this game is the offensive line of Randolph-Macon against this D-line of Cortland. And so far, Cortland's D-line has come to play. They're making some plays, shutting the blocks, and getting some penetration in the backfield.
And now Pedro Aruza and Drew Campanelli going to call this timeout as they've got a second down and 8 upcoming here for the Randolph-Macon offense. So 14-0, and this exuberant, very loud Randolph-Macon crowd, but quieted a little bit. Looking for Drew Campanelli and their offense to respond. Right back to Dave Field in Ashland. Ashland, Virginia, with Randolph-Macon College, of course. 1,500 students. Marty Brenneman, longtime voice of the Cincinnati Reds, went here for a couple years. Campanelli got out of traffic and was able to make something out of what looked like it was going to be a lot of difficulty as that pocket broke down on him.
Watch 95, Nick Lardero get upfield, some penetration in the backfield, forces the quarterback Campanelli to step up and allows the rest of his defense to get in on the gang tackle. That penetration by Lardero forced that play to happen. He's one of the best players on this Cortland defense at defensive end.
Wide receiver Holden Hodge is just checked in here. Big play now. You're trailing 14-0 here as we come inside the 5-minute mark in quarter number 1. Drew Campanelli looking to convert a 3rd and 6. Campanelli to put it up, got what he wanted. That's why I just mentioned Holden Hodge. Hodge just came in the football game. How many times you see, reserve will come in the football game and they're going to get the football to him.
It's a really good play design here. They use David Wallace, their best receiver, to pull the 2 defenders. See the 2 Cortland defenders running with number 7. That opens up Hodge right there for the first down completion. Another really nice play design with a new set of downs. Now for Randolph-Macon, first down at the 50-yard line. They like to take shots down the field at this point. Let's see if they try to dial one up to their playmakers.
Drew Campanelli for 24 touchdowns on the year and over 2,500 yards through the air. But they're going to go with the ground game here with Mitchell Johnson. Johnson operating behind that right guard, Colin Hagee, and that right tackle, Nehemiah Nixon in the ground game. Got 2. Let's call it 2nd and 8. David Wallace wears number 7. Just saw him in that Randolph-Macon huddle. There he is. Want to get him the football, right? 53 catches for almost 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns on the year. On 2nd and 8, stay with the ground game. Breaking tackles Mitchell Johnson. Strong run by Johnson as he's able to break tackles until he ran into Jack Winey, the Mike linebacker.
Watch how Johnson runs his legs through contact here, keeps his balance, breaks the first tackle, and picks up some extra yardage. That contact balance is what makes running backs really good, and Mitchell Johnson has that ability.
So Cortland, that timeout, that's Max Llewellyn being attended to by the Cortland athletic training staff. The the junior out of Sayville in the state of New York. So good to see Llewellyn on his feet. As head coach Kirk Fitzpatrick got their defense looking at now this Randolph-Macon 3rd down and 5.
See Llewellyn, 51, top of the screen, middle of the screen now. Looks like he just gets tripped up on there. Someone steps on his foot. Hope he's okay. He's an important part of this defense with a big 3rd down now coming up for Randolph-Macon.
Yeah, we'll call it a long 3. Play action. Campanelli going to take a shot deep. It was broken up beautifully off that defensive play. That was Naz Jean Lubin.
What a play by Naz John Lubin. Watch the defensive back here use his left arm, get that long arm in there, or the right arm, and swat the ball away. That's a touchdown. If it wasn't for that play by Gene Lubin, great heads-up instinctual play by the defensive back to know that you're beat and you got to go try to tip that ball, because either way it's a touchdown.
And then there's the David Wallace, who they were looking to get the football to for the first time today. Jordan Etz going to hit this from about the 45-yard line. So Drew Campanelli, David Wallace took a shot, but the terrific defensive play ended it. Boy, Jordan Etz did not hit that the way he wanted. We'll see where that gets spotted. Cortland, the Red Dragons, offense on the football field with a 14-0 lead. I want to remind you the NCAA championship coverage continues next week. D3 championship game Friday night, 7 o'clock. It'll be on ESPNU. If you like more info, visit NCAA.com. Home for all 90 NCAA championships. 3rd possession once again for this Cortland Red Dragon offense. And, well, they're getting everything they want right now is on the run game. Jaden Alfano St. John turning the corner, moving the sticks, 1st down carry.
The guy that actually makes that play happen is the wide receiver, Joe Idivio, getting the block on the Sam linebacker, which allows Alfano St. John to get to the outside. And a great job by St. John of using the speed to get out there.
Over the 43-yard line, strong pickup from Alfano St. John. Now firing that in route. Outstanding throw to Cole Burgess as Zach Boyes continues to be absolutely razor sharp delivering the football.
Watch how Boyes picks apart this zone defense. He knows where he's going the whole way and just waits for his receiver Burgess to get across the first linebacker. As soon as he clears that linebacker, he delivers an accurate football right on the money. Man, Boyes is an impressive player back there at quarterback. The anticipation is the best part.
So a good look there at Cole Burgess. Very dynamic after the catch as we're seeing that. The 6'1", 200-pound senior out of Greenwich, New York. Boyes, pressure coming. Boyes using his legs to break the pressure, and he was taken to the ground there. That's a strong hit. That came from linebacker Tony Skinner. Skinner, who had 8 tackles in the Randolph-Macon win last week.
What a job by Boyes here, evading pressure. Look at how his eyes are still downfield. He's still trying to throw right there, trying to get a broken play to happen, but just a great job of avoiding the sack and making sure he gets some yardage.
Well, this Randolph-Macon defense reeling right now. Adam Brenneman, I mean, already down 14-0. They need to make a play.
I want to see him bring some pressure here and try to get some pressure in Boyes' face. You can't just let him sit back there and pick apart this zone defense.
No question. 3 wide receivers here. We're going to go to that inside ground game again with Jaden Alfano St. John. But this time, you see the black shirted Yellow Jackets. Good pursuit there as they got to the football and took St. John down for a loss of 1 to bring up every 3rd down. Let's call it 1.
It's a big time play by number 5, Jackson Deaver. Watch him here. Number 5, see him left side of the screen, run this ball down, use that athleticism to run sideline to sideline and get the tackle.
Well, they run this 3-4 concept defensively. These linebackers all can run.
Yeah, you got to be able to run sideline to sideline and cover to play in this defense.
All right, 3rd down and 1. Stay with the ground game. I don't know. It's going to depend on the spot. A lot of black shirted Yellow Jackets all over Jaden Alfano St. John. It was 3rd down and a long 1, and where that spot is there, he came up a little bit short.
Great
Fourth
job.
down.
Great job by the Randolph-Macon defensive line, getting the penetration.
That going to be that final snap of quarter number 1. Where here the homestanding Randolph-Macon squad stunned at 14-0. Head coach Kirk Fitzpatrick and his Cortland Red Dragons, they got to feel real good about this 14-0 lead as we start quarter number 2, and they're on the move yet again. Our referee today, the gentleman with the white hat there, is Stu Hinman leading this crew.
It will be 4th down from the 24.5-yard line.
All right, you heard Stuart Hinman. Let's go back and take a look at this. The line to gain was at the 24.
Nice job there by the Randolph-Macon defense. Now, if I'm Kirk Fitzpatrick, head coach, I'm telling my Cortland offense, our offensive line needs to be able to get pushed here and run the football for the first down.
4th and less than a yard. Keep the football. First down easily for Zach Boyes, this highly accomplished Division III quarterback. 3-sport high school athlete, basketball and baseball, along with his football prowess.
Good use.
For an injured offensive player.
Good use of the +1 run game there. Having the running back lead block for the quarterback. When you have a guy like Boyes who can run the football, you gain numbers in the running game.
I think that's Omari Kendrick. Yeah, it is. Kendrick, who is the junior tight end, the 235-pounder out of Greenburgh, New York, Woodlands High School. So we got the timeout while Omari Kendrick, and he's on his feet and says, I'm going to run over to the sideline. Yeah. As I'm saying, this is a very impressive first 15 minutes plus. They've already got a 2-touchdown lead. Do the Cortland Red Dragons over this very highly acclaimed and rightfully so Randolph-Macon Yellow Jacket squad. Stay with that inside zone ground game, and this time Randolph-Macon is all over that, as coming up from that D line to make that hit was Wade Grubbs, 240-pound junior out of Forge, Virginia.
Great job there by Grubbs, using those long arms to get off the block, man. He's got some long arms that allows him to shed the block. Tough to get on him as an offensive lineman.
Now Zach Boyes and this Cortland Red Dragons offense behind the sticks now. 2nd and 11. Line to make is at the 10-yard line with 3 wide receivers. Boyes going to check that down, put it in the hands of Jaden Alfano St. John. Again, running to the football and making plays. That back 7, Jackson Deaver, one of those inside backers on the hit.
Yeah, watch 34, Tony Skinner, the other linebacker, his partner. Break down here, great job breaking down, not allowing to get juked out by the running back, and a good open field tackle there by Skinner.
Yeah, Skinner, Deaver, both there. All right, 3rd down and 9. Again, that line to make is right near the 10-yard line. 4 receivers for quarterback Zach Boyes. 3 by 1 to the bottom of the formation. Boyes on 3rd and 9, coming middle, making that tough catch in traffic. J.J. Lapp, talented, speedy D3 wide receiver. Lapp, that is his 67th catch of the year.
Watch Lapp use his hands there, focused on the football. He uses the helmet to cradle it, says, give me that ball. What a play by Lapp, using the helmet to catch the football. That's David Tyree, like the former Giants receiver.
Yeah.
Who made that play in the Super Bowl using his helmet.
Good call. Again, looking to get in the end zone. Again, Boyes will step up. His throw to the back of the end zone was incomplete. Pressure was coming there as Boyes was looking for J.J. Lapp once again.
It's an incompletion, but you can just see how dynamic Boyes is and how good he is at feeling that pressure in the pocket, stepping up, and it's incompletion. But he throws it away, avoids a sack, and gives his offense a chance on 2nd down.
First 2 drives that resulted in touchdowns, of course, for Cortland and Zach Boyes. He went 5 for 5 for 98
that's his first
yards.
incompletion.
That's his first incompletion of the day. All right, 3 wide receivers, 2 by 1 to the top of your screen for Zach Boyes. Boys, gun in end zone. It was off the hands of his diving wide receiver, Rashad Tucker. Tucker, the 185-pound senior out of Freeport High School in New York State. Boy, he gunned that throw.
To 12 minutes and 41 seconds. 12:41.
Well, the game clock is going to be reset a couple of seconds.
Thank you.
Big play here now from the 5-yard line for the Zach Boys-led Cortland Red Dragons offense. Motion across the formation from Joel Idivio. Going to throw corner of the end zone. Off the hands of Cole Burgess. Incomplete. Solid job in coverage by Colton Payne. That Randolph-Macon senior corner.
Great job here by Colton Payne. Number 5, actually I think that's 19, Ricky Thompson, who gets his hand on there, the defensive back. So really good job there of face guarding the receiver on the fade route, not allowing him to make a play on the football.
This is going to be a chip shot field goal attempt of 22 yards for Mike Balaga. 22 yards away. That line drive shot. It hit that left upright and caromed no good.
Well, that feels like the momentum shift this Randolph-Macon team needed. Get a big stop on defense.
Balaga 12 of 17 until he met the left upright. 14-0 when we come back. Does it seem like this is a vital possession, for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon? They're down 14-0 with their prolific high-octane offense, trying to find a groove here as they'll run the football. Again, it's a lot of RPO. Cameron Chapman. There's Chapman, who wears number 24. This young man, a sophomore out of Willow Spring, North Carolina.
It's a huge drive for Randolph-Macon. Complimentary football. You need that to win these types of games. Your defense just got a big stop. Have to get some first downs here. And at some point, Michael, take a shot to David Wallace. I want to see him give him a chance down the field. We saw the one last drive that got tipped.
Shot,
but do it again. You got to give your playmakers some touches.
Yeah, tremendous defensive play there by Nas Gene Lubin off the corner to be able to deflect away and break up that throw intended for Wallace. Campanelli got to step up. Campanelli in trouble. Campanelli not able to get back to, maybe he got back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a third down. We're going to call it 10. This is a swarming front 7, right, of the Cortland Red Dragons.
Yeah, the Cortland D-line did a great job there swarming to Campanelli. Campanelli was trying to go to Wallace there on a shot play down the left sideline, but great coverage by the back end of the Cortland defense, giving their defensive line time to get to the quarterback.
Well, they run a base 4-2-5, right?
Yeah, simple.
Defensive, simple, easy. But you still got to get off blocks and make plays.
Have to. And now in this situation here, they'll go to a 3-down front when it's 3rd down and long and like to bring pressure with these linebackers. Here it comes.
See what Drew Campanelli will come up with. 3rd down, and we'll call it 10. Campanelli in trouble. Sack time. Cortland in on that sack was Mike linebacker Jack Winey, who got off a block and took down Campanelli.
Cortland brings pressure on 3rd and long. Watch 33. Jack Winey get right off the running back's block. Get off of me. Actually runs him over. What a play by Winey. Just wanted it some more flexion for the cameras. Big time play by Jack Winey.
So 3 and out for this vaunted Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets offense. As we told you, that averages over 47 points a game. Now got to get this off that right foot out of the end zone, and doing that was Jordan Etz. Now on this return for the 45-yard line for Cortland. Let's give them 7 on that return for Cortland. From again, Ravi Das. 14-0 Cortland. Been a great first quarter plus start for the Red Dragons of Cortland. And how about the Boys family? Adam Brenneman, quarterback Zach with his dad, who played at Ithaca College.
When you see Zach play, you can tell he's from a coach's family.
Oh, yeah.
And a player's family. Just grew up around the game. He knows it so well, and it comes off with his instincts.
Going to go to that ground game, and of course that inside zone again. Jaden Alfano St. John on the carry, 200-pound junior out of West Hampton, New York. St. John this year, as we said, I mean, what a year, huh? Adam Brenneman almost 1,300 yards on the ground, and he scored his 60th touchdown of the year today.
Averaging almost 6 yards every time he touches the football this season. I mean, you're going to win a lot of games averaging 6 yards a carry, man. That helps your offense, and it puts your quarterback in good situations in second and short and third down and short.
You mentioned the touchdowns for this young man, too. Second in career history at Cortland, his 43rd touchdown today. Boys gonna gun to his guy, Cole Burgess. I don't know, Burgess, you know, we told you, just exquisite route runner, this senior 200-pounder, and he seems like he's coming out of routes running free.
Yeah, and this Randolph-Macon defense has to find a way to get some pressure in Boyes' face, but also in the receiver's face. They can't give them this 10-yard cushion off the ball coverage and just think that they're going to be able to get stops. They got to get these defensive backs in the face of the receivers.
Randolph-Macon defense, they're reeling a little bit. You know, can they find a groove here? Back to the ground game. Oh, that's a good cut. Football's out. Randolph-Macon's on it. Or are they? They got there first. Yeah, they are. Well, that football came out. Jaden Alfano St. John had come through that A gap. Looked like he had a carry of 8 to 10 yards.
Covered by the offense. It is second down.
So that call was a little bit premature on the field. That recovery did come from the Cortland Red Dragons. Let's watch.
Great job by Reyes, the linebacker for Randolph-Macon, swiping the ball out. But once that thing's on the ground, it's every man for himself down there. Refs can't tell who has it. It's just who comes out.
Ricky Thompson's going to be really upset when he sees that. He had that football cradled, didn't he?
Man, that would have been a huge play.
Second down and 5. Go back to the ground game. Stay with that inside zone if it's good to you, right? Ashton Capone. And as Adam and I talked to the coaching staff led by Kirk Fitzpatrick, he told us, when you see Ashton Capone, we're probably going to run an inside zone because he's our best.
Yeah, 6'1", 200 pounds, Capone. And he has great vision on those zone plays, knowing what gap to hit. On those inside-outside zone, those plays can hit all the way from the left, all the way to the right, depending on how it gets blocked. It takes that vision by running back.
They also told us, too, Capone is excellent catching the football out of the backfield as well. All right, play clock down at 6. Stay with that inside zone and running the football. And back to their number 1 back, Jaden No, let's check that. No, it was Ashton Capone. So they stay with Capone.
When you can run the ball on 3rd down and 3 and pick up the first down, it helps your offense so much. Great job here by Capone of lowering the shoulder, running the feet through contact, and picking up the first down, knowing where the markers are and getting just enough.
So Ashton Capone, a couple of strong carries, and now they'll go back to Jaden Alfano St. John for quarterback Zach Boyes. Boyes going to gun that in route. That is hauled in inside the 5 off a tackle. Cole Burgess, touchdown. Cortland's Red Dragons on that dart from quarterback Zach Boyes.
It's a big time throw by Boyes, and the accuracy of that throw allows Burgess to get in the end zone. Watch how perfect this throw is, and it's just a smooth operator, smooth throw right on the money. That allows Burgess then to make a move, spin move, get in the end zone. If that ball's in front of him or behind him, he maybe can't run after the catch.
Partner, I thought you were going to break out in song for us. A little Sade, smooth operator from back in the day.
I just love seeing some offense, man. I like points.
Well, Zach Boyes is delivering darts right now. He is spinning it in the vernacular of quarterbacks. Is connecting on that PAT for Cortland is Mike Malaga. Don't look now, but Zach Boyes and Cole Burgess and his offense is dealing. Last season, these two football teams, first round, the NCAA playoffs, and again, down 28-21 was the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. They got a couple of touchdowns to take the lead, and they got this tremendous pick right there that sealed this for Randolph-Macon as they came back from a couple of TDs down to win it. And Adam Brenneman, they're going to need more of the same and then some today.
They got to get back to being able to run the football. Only 20-some yards rushing so far today. You're not going to do anything on offense with the style they play, not being able to run the ball.
All right, this short boot to Jason Moore, the return man. Good return by Moore as he barreled his way over the 30-yard line. So decent operating position. And again, now you're down 21-0. And the enthusiasm, the energy, the loudness of this Day Field crowd that was there at the beginning, it's gotten quiet.
Yeah, need to get some confidence on this drive right here. Pedro Ruza, head coach of Randolph-Macon's telling his team, we've been in these situations before. Don't flinch, don't panic. Let's go score right here, and we're right back in this ballgame.
So let's see what quarterback Drew Campanelli, this highly acclaimed QB, that threw for close to 300 yards in the playoffs a year ago. He just got absolutely nowhere to turn as this defense continues to shine. Watch Max Llewellyn, who wears number 51, Adam Brenneman.
Llewellyn, 51, and Sam Maddy, number 92, get in there and completely blow that play up off both sides of the defense. And Randolph-Macon has to find a way to hold up against this defensive line. I want to see them get their quarterback Campanelli out on the perimeter to evade the pressure so they don't have to worry about sitting in the pocket, taking those kind of hits.
Well, the leaders of this O-line, the center, Matt Hale, and the right guard, Colin Hagee, the two seniors. Got to get something figured out. Again, pressure breaking it down. That late throw from quarterback Drew Campanelli found Jason Moore, the sophomore. Moore made the grab, still well behind the sticks. And this is now going to bring up a third down. We'll call it 12. And line to make is at the 41-yard line on this possession.
Yeah, not a lot of options here because this Cortland defense is going to pin their ears back. No Randolph-Macon's throwing the football and get pressure again, try to bring some blitz. Third down and long, your option here is to go to your playmaker, David Wallace, number 7, bottom of the screen.
Tight formation as it is. Holden Hodge also. Play action. Campanelli's got to step up. Campanelli's throw almost got picked off. It almost got picked off as coming up to get that pass breakup was Mark Noel, who wears number 7 out of Staten Island, New York.
Campanelli has Wallace open here for a first down, but throws it behind him and allows Mark Noel to undercut it, making the play on the football. Watch Noel here, number 7. Great job getting the hand on the ball, breaking it up. A more accurate football from Campanelli would have been a first down.
So Randolph-Macon has got to punt the football away. And this line drive shot at the 32-yard line coming down to punt returner for the Red Dragons, Ravi Das Jr. And of course, Ravi Das already lit that sideline up with that punt return touchdown in the first quarter.
Big play, Das.
Kurt Fitzpatrick, there he is. That was back in 01 to 04 when he was the St. John Fisher quarterback. And of course, this now very, very highly decorated head football coach of this Cortland Red Dragon squad. QB back in the day, huh?
Yeah, he's instilled confidence in this program. You can see it when they play, how they fly around on defense, the shots they take on offense, and he's a risk taker at quarterback. Will allow at head coach will allow his guys to make plays.
Boys off play action. That throw to the sideline. He had it on the hands of Cole Burgess. That's a real strong breakup as well. As that's Colton Payne. Payne, who wears number 14. Just 152 pounds, a senior out of Mechanicsville, Virginia.
A really nice coverage there by Payne, running with the receiver the entire way across the field, using that speed and his leverage to make the play.
When was the last time you heard a DB that weighs $152? Maybe back in the 1960s. Yeah.
We got to get him on the weight gain program. Protein shakes before bed.
There it is. Off that quick play action. Gutting that throw to his top wide receiver, Cole Burgess, is Zach Boyes. Look, Boyes is very, very impressive. Just very impressive with the way he runs and manipulates all of Kurt Fitzpatrick's offense.
He looks really smooth out there, doesn't he? It looks so easy. He's just reading it out, reading the run pass option and throwing accurate footballs every time there's a receiver open.
Looking at a 3rd down and 6 right here as we're inside the 5-minute mark in quarter number 2. But again, look at Zach Boyes taking his time here. Still plenty on the play clock. Helps when you got that 21-0 lead, huh? Now Boyes going to throw the in route. That's hauled in. Move those sticks. 1st down as he's able to connect with Andrew Tarpey. Tarpey's a junior. His 17th catch of the year for Tarpey.
Watch Randolph-Macon here bring pressure, so that great job adjusting the route there by Tarpey. Knowing that pressure is coming, he has to break his route hot so the quarterback can throw it to him when he sees the pressure. Great job there identifying it from the quarterback to the receiver and handling the pressure from Randolph-Macon.
Partner, I'm impressed with this receiving core too.
Yeah, they're making plays.
Oh yeah, route runners and make plays. Now go back to the RPO game. Give the football on the crowd game. Jaden Alfano St. John still alive outside the numbers and finally pushed out of bounds. See where they spot that. From the 49-yard line of Cortland, and that is a huge pickup of 28 yards to the 22-yard line of Randolph-Macon.
Alfano St. John has vision, he has patience, but he also has that speed to hit the hole when he sees it and break out an explosive play, and uses that physicality at the end, using the stiff arm, saying, get off of me, I'm getting this 1st down.
Randolph-Macon never had a defensive turnover available to them in their bag. They need it here. This quick toss, that's Cole Burgess. Burgess got upended. That's a terrific hit and tackle that came from Ricky Thompson. Thompson came off the corner as Burgess was on the move.
Watch this block by Ashland Capone right there, number 8. Gets the job done, but actually gets bodied in the process, and then Ricky Thompson lifts them up in the air. I normally tell receivers, you don't want to leave your feet because gravity is not on your side when you're up there. Don't try to hurdle.
What a strong run from Cole Burgess. Now 2nd down and 3. Boyes under pressure. He threw the football away. They're going to throw a late flag that is going to be called on. Is that Wade Grubbs? It was Grubbs, the defensive tackle, the 240-pounder, and Adam Brenneman. Looks like it looks like it was a late hit.
Yeah.
But you see our white hat, the game referee Stuart Hinman, having a conversation with umpire Mike Purcell. Going to pick this flag up? What do you think?
Personal foul.
Nope.
Roughing the passer.
Nope.
Defense number 56. Half the distance to the goal from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
Grubbs gets pressure on the quarterback, but right after Boyes throws the football, he takes him to the ground. Watch Grubbs here get through the offensive line. Now at this point, you can't take the quarterback to the ground. See how Grubbs is driving Boyes to the ground after that? Got to stay up. They're going to call it every single time and protect the quarterback.
So you like the call as legitimate there?
You can't take the quarterback to the ground 3 seconds after he throws it. I think it's a fair call, and I'm all for protecting the quarterbacks when they're in non-defensible. They're in these bad situations throwing the football.
Well, what it does is bring up 1st and goal for Zach Boyes. Now motion for Burgess. Boyes going to get Burgess the football. Burgess with a move to the pylon. He's in the house. Touchdown, Cole Burgess, as he and Zach Boyes continue to put this football game in their own little offensive playpen.
Well, get Burgess the ball in space, and good things happen because he's faster than most of the players on the defense. Watch the receivers blocking out wide here. J.J. Lapp, number 4. Idevio, number 6, allowing their receiver, their teammate, to get in the end zone. There's a saying in football for receivers, how you play without the ball shows how much you love your teammates. Great job blocking downfield by those receivers. Absolutely.
So true there. Mike Balaga to add the PAT. Balaga will do that, and wow. WOW with a big exclamation point. Cole Burgess inside the pylon. 28-0, Cortland. How about the day it has been for this young man, the quarterback, the junior out of Buffalo, New York, Kenmore High School, Zach Boyce. Look at these numbers. That almost looks like what? It's something off a video game?
Yeah. My favorite number there is 0 turnovers. Normally when you're explosive on offense, you take some risk there of maybe turning it over some. He's taking care of the football and only making good decisions today.
Boy, you never want to say, I mean, it's still the first half, yes, but I will say this, if Randolph-Macon could put points on the board here, it only needs to be 3. This would do a lot, I think, for them going into the locker room at the halftime break. As on that return for Randolph-Macon again is Jason Moore. Got taken down. So here's what Randolph-Macon is looking at, right? We got what, 2:23 left in this rapidly moving second quarter. And you look up, one thing for sure, Randolph-Macon has not seen themselves in a situation like this, down 4 touchdowns this season or virtually any season in the past of their real strong run.
And the struggle is Randolph-Macon's offense is not built to be down 28-0. They're not built to play from behind. They play best with ball control, running the football, controlling the line of scrimmage. They need to get back to that. Still don't panic, but now it's about throwing the football and getting points before half.
All right, Drew Campanelli on this first down throw. He's going to gun the out route, and it just nothing is working. Just not there for Campanelli here as he looked at tight end Landon Ferris and is going to bring up 2nd and 10.
The thing that's worked so well for this Cortland defense is they've been able to get to the quarterback only rushing 3 or 4 guys up front, which has allowed their back end to play great coverage. We've seen their defensive backs make some big plays today. We saw it right there, blanket coverage on the tight end.
Second down and 10 for this outstanding quarterback, Drew Campanelli. Going to go to the ground game, and just nothing is there. But coming up from his linebacking spot to make that huge hit for Cortland, that was Zaya Owens.
It will be a 30-second
So
timeout.
how about this? Cortland, after getting that stop from Owens, is going to call the timeout here. And they want the football again.
Well, that's the style that Kurt Fitzpatrick coaches with as the head coach. He wants the ball. He wants to score points. He trusts his players. A lot of coaches would say here, hey, let's just go to half up 28 points, not take any risk here, not allow anything bad to happen. He calls a timeout and wants the ball back for his offense.
Why not?
Well, it helps when you have a quarterback.
Absolutely. Capitalizing on, again, the outstanding play of your quarterback, Zach Boyce. And look, the defense is absolutely flying around right now for Kurt Fitzpatrick as well for the Cortland Red Dragons. On the home side, of course, you know, I mean, this is a football team, folks. It's 13-0. You know they are stunned to be down by 4 touchdowns. Drew Campanelli on 3rd down and 15. Going to come middle. 5-yard gain as he was able to hit Jason Moore, but they're going to, you would assume, going to punt the football away. Don't think they could take that chance on 3rd and 12 from their own 26. Adam.
Great job here by the Cortland defense. See the look they give. They show pressure and then back out of it and only rush 3 guys. So it makes Campanelli, Randolph-Macon quarterback, think they're blitzing 6 guys. They end up only blitzing 3, bringing 3, and it clouds up the coverage in the picture for the quarterback. Great job of using the illusion of pressure, not always bringing pressure, but the illusion of it to confuse the quarterback.
Credit Jaden Martinez on the stop for.
Well, the aggressiveness, as we are discussing, of that man, Kurt Fitzpatrick, and his offense and defense is playing outstanding. Offense has been terrific, the way they're getting the job done and moving the football. And now Ravi Das, again, Das, who had that punt return for a touchdown in the opening quarter, standing at his own 35-yard line. Das is going to fair catch it at the 40-yard line, and that with 1:53. With an opportunity. Now they are down to just 1 timeout, correct? No, they used all 3 of them. So they don't have a timeout left, but again, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Kirk Fitzpatrick is looking at with these type of performers, the offensive player of the year in the conference, Zach Boyes. Fitzpatrick himself won the Coach of the Year award, and 9 of the Red Dragons are all region honorees. So $1:53 left in this first half, trying to add to the 28-0 lead. Boyes gonna step up. Zach Boyes lowers the pads. He's very close to a first down. They're gonna mark him right at the midfield strike. Clock will keep moving, 2nd and 1. Now Boyes wants to put it up. Pressure will force him out of the pocket. Going to depend on the spot where he's marked out of bounds. Remember, that snap game was 2nd and 1, and they're going to put him again right at the 50-yard line where he went out of bounds. So it'll now be 3rd and 1.
Michael, did you see how fast Zach Boyes got his offense lined up between those last 2 plays? Clock's ticking. They snapped that thing in like 4 seconds after the last play. That's the sign of a guy who has great control over his offense. He got him lined up, snapped the ball, and didn't waste any time.
3rd and 1, football right at the 50-yard line for Zach Boyes, who has been tremendous in architecting this 4-touchdown, 28-0 first half lead for the Red Dragons of Cortland. Boyes, first down, whole lot more. Boyes got 7, only needed 1. Now they'll get that ball spotted, and the clock is being wound right now by our game referee, Stuart Hinman. Boyes again, seam route, guess who? Cole Burgess from the midfield stripe. Burgess got 27 on that seam throw. Again, special from Zach Boyes.
What a perfect throw this was. See how he throws it to Burgess's outside shoulder away from the safety in the middle of the field. That is a perfect throw, exactly how you draw it up.
Looking to add more. Boyes step up. A lot of green in front of him. Zach Boyes will dive down at the where you start your dive, not where you land. So they're going to put that at the 16-yard line and we'll call it 2nd down and 2.
Boyes knows here he can't take a sack, so a good job of acknowledging nothing is there and sticking his foot in the ground, getting upfield to pick up some yards.
Moving clock, 30 seconds left for Zach Boyes. Boyes out cut, that's hauled in. Running that route and making the grab for Zach Boyes was Joe Idivio. He's the 3rd down specialist, and it showed why right there.
Yeah,
Clock moves. Boyes is going to put that football on the ground. And now Stuart Hinman. I think Hinman's going to talk about this with his officiating crew. I think this is more about the previous snap. If they had that spotted correctly after the catch by Idivio. Let's wait to hear from our white hat, the game referee, Stuart Hinman.
Illegal substitution. Defense. The 12th player did not get off the field prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Partner, that's going to move the football 5 yards closer with 21 ticks left in this first half as Pedro Aruzo has just got to be wondering what in the world is this first half all about for his outstanding football team of Randolph-Macon.
Mistake after mistake, and now Cortland, first down and goal, has 4 chances to throw the football here to get in the end zone. They're not going to run it with no timeouts, so they got 4 chances to throw it.
After enforcement of the penalty, it will be 1st and 5 from the 6-yard line. The clock will start on the snap.
All right, there you hear it from our game referee, Stuart Hinman. 1st and 5 from the 6. So they could pick up a first down at the 1. 21 ticks left in this first half for quarterback Zach Boyes. No timeouts. Boyes came middle. Burgess made the grab and a waltz into the house. Touchdown. Cortland's Red Dragons. Incredible first half performance from Zach Boyes and his Cortland offense.
Well, that looked like a broken play and a sack, which would have almost ended the half, but not a broken play for Zach Boyes. Watch him here. As he's getting thrown to the ground, gets the throw off the Burgess, his receiver, who high steps into the end zone. Man, that connection, Boyes to Burgess, always knowing where his receiver is going to be, the anticipation, big-time players.
Mike Balaga to add the PAT to try to accelerate this lead to 35-0. Balaga will do that. Folks, if it sounds to you as you take a look at the touchdown maker, wide receiver Cole Burgess, if it sounds to you like we didn't expect this, you're right, we didn't.
A sack there would have ended the half. The half was probably over if Boyes goes to the ground there with no timeouts and 15 seconds left. It would have been tough to get set up in time, but Boyes makes something out of nothing continuously. We talked to Kurt Fitzpatrick. He said in those goal line moments or the third down moments, a lot of times our best percentage is when Boyes is having fun out there just improvising on his own, not even our play call. That's an example right there of the creativity of Burgess.
Cole Burgess, 10 for $135 and 3 touchdown catches. That's numbers 12, 13, and 14. Partner in those TD receptions for Burgess on the year. What a haymaker. Folks, there's no other way to say it. What a haymaker this Cortland Red Dragon squad from the state of New York has delivered here on the road in Ashland, Virginia today. Non-returnable. And now with what? We're looking at 15 seconds? Yeah, 15 seconds left in this first half. And if you are your head coach Pedro Aruza and this Randolph-Macon squad, perfect on the year, perfect coming into today, top 10 seed in D3 and the owners of a 13-0 record. They're going to take a knee and try to get to halftime. Drew Campanelli and his offense, they've got a lot of work to do in the second half. Ditto that for the Yellow Jackets defense as well as Cortland. And their talented quarterback, you see there, where's number 12, Zach Boyes, has run up a 35-0 lead on Randolph-Macon in this opening half.
What a performance by Zach Boyes and this Cortland offense. So impressive in this first half. Every single way, running the football, throwing it big time by this Cortland offense and Kurt Fitzpatrick.
Those that have made the trip that wear the colors of the Red Dragons loving this as Robbie Davis, Cole Burgess, and this offense has excelled. 35-0 Cortland over Randolph-Macon. Hope you're enjoying this Division III semifinal as Cortland and Randolph-Macon battle. The NCAA championship coverage continues next week with the D3 championship game Friday at 7 p.m. on ESPNU. If you'd like more information, make sure you visit NCAA.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. And of course, we continue with V Week here at ESPN when all of us partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. Now, you need to know this is a game-changing research that will help save lives. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. And be aware that 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. Don't go away. More halftime coming up when we get you back to Dave Field in Ashland, Virginia. That's next. "30 minutes of football in the books, and I have a feeling that when those around Division III see this, it's going to send some shockwaves into everybody. Cortland with 5 first-half touchdowns, 3 of them from the outstanding receiver Cole Burgess. Have a 35-0 lead. Michael Regai, my partner Adam Brenneman. Well, the numbers depict 35-0, partner, right? Correct?
The surprising part is the rushing yards for Randolph-Macon. We knew, Michael, coming into this, talked about it. They have to run the football to win this game. Only 5 rushing yards, can't get anything going on offense. The Cortland defense has come to play. So much about the offense, but the Cortland defense is dictating the tempo and the pace of this game and has dominated on the field in the first half.
Boy, that they have. And how about the dynamic offensive duo of quarterback Zach Boyes and his outstanding senior wide receiver Cole Burgess.
It's been an impressive combination every time. 3rd down, big moment, red zone, Boyes to Burgess. You know it's coming. Randolph-Macon knows it's coming, and they can't stop it. They're so efficient together. Boyes always knows where Burgess is going to be on the field.
Boyes is 16 of 20 for 209 yards and the 3 TDs, all of them to Cole Burgess. All spells 35-0 Cortland. More coming up. Don't go away. An incredible first 30 minutes for the Red Dragons of Cortland. They only lost 1 football game this year, and that was by 3 to Susquehanna back in week 3. And what an impressive first 30 minutes. 35-0 Cortland over Randolph-Macon. Michael Regai, Adam Brenneman, and all of our ESPN staff. Partner, look, I mean, quarterback Zach Boyes and wide receiver Cole Burgess have they've just been playing an elevated game of pitch and catch themselves, haven't they?
Zach Boyes has stolen the show this afternoon with the way he's played. Efficient, accurate with the football, making big plays with his legs, with his arm, getting on the perimeter, letting his playmakers play. And Cole Burgess, the receiver, is probably the best player on the field right now. He is dominating this Randolph-Macon defense.
All right, let's take a look at some of the items we're discussing with you. Well, this is Boyes and Burgess. I mean, look at that deep crossing route.
Yeah, and Boyes just looks so comfortable. Look at him here. Goes through his progressions, 1 to 2. My receiver's open in the zone. Give him an accurate football, and it's a first down. It just looks so easy. They're also running the football well. Alfonso St. John gets in the end zone on the goal line. When you have that combination of being able to run the ball efficiently but also throw it, it changes the game. And then the big punt return by Rabbi Das to get in the end zone. Get in there, speedy fella. Look at him get in there. You can't get hawked by the punter. That way he'd be made fun of in the locker room forever if the punter tackled him there, Michael.
Yeah, well, Cole Burgess started putting up that one finger up when he hit midfield. And then the defense. How about that Jack Winey and that linebacking group?
Yeah, I've been so impressed by the defense as well. The front 7 and the linebackers not giving any time to Randolph-Macon to make plays. And then guess who one more time? Cole Burgess catches the pass, gets in the end zone with the spin move, and then the final time, right as Boyes thinks he's going to the ground, gets the ball out of his hand to Cole Burgess for another touchdown. One more. There's so many, we can't even keep track of them.
5 of them, partner.
Hey, look at Burgess here. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 tutties for me.
Yeah, and look at quarterback. Again, this highly decorated quarterback, as we told you about in the first half, Zach Boyes. A lot more coming up out of Dave Field in Ashland, Virginia. 35-0, Cortland over Randolph-Macon. Back inside Dave Field here in Ashland, Virginia. Wow, what an impressive first 30 minutes of football for the Cortland Red Dragons, and we're pleased to be joined by their head football coach, Kurt Fitzpatrick. Kurt, I mean, you know, I don't know if you could script that any better than you did in the first half, but when you got this kind of lead, I mean, in this type of game, what was your message to your football team at halftime?
We just got to keep playing football. You know, we talk about next play mentality and playing 4 quarters. And I don't think you can talk about that unless you're willing to do it. So, you know, whether we're ahead or behind, we got to play the next play to our standard and try to play as good as we can play. Obviously, great first half, very proud of our effort. But if we're not careful, this Randolph-Macon team is here for a reason, and they could flip the script and do the same thing in the second half. So we've got to focus on playing our game and just playing the next play. And you know, when the clock's hit 0, the fourth quarter runs out, we'll see where we're at. But, you know, we're going to stick to our game plan and not try to do anything different. Obviously, it's been successful. We're going to try to play the same kind of ball we played in the first half.
Coach, your quarterback, Zach Boyes, was electric in the first half. What's been the most impressive part of his performance so far?
Oh, I just think, you know, he's very good. He processes information very quickly, and then when he gets out of the pocket, as you guys saw in the first half, he's just very quick on his feet. He's a point guard out there, you know, drive and dish. He's made a lot of big plays in rhythm, but also off script in the first half. And our receivers, you know, you give them an inch, they can take a mile once they catch the ball. So Zach, he's a great leader out there. He's playing very tough, running the ball well and converting third downs, a couple big third down conversions with his feet. And that's what we got to do. We just got to keep playing our game and keep getting first downs.
Kurt Fitzpatrick, you got a very impressive football team. We appreciate your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
That's Kurt Fitzpatrick, the head football coach of the Cortland Red Dragons. Again, Michael Regai with Adam Brenneman. I mean, Adam, they lost one football game in week 3. Got beat by 3 at home by Susquehanna. And then they finished it out with this man directing this offense incredibly well, Zach Boyes.
Tremendous player, man. I have been so impressed watching him in the first half today. I saw him on film before the game. Did not expect what I saw right now. I knew he was good. Didn't know he was this good. He's truly a dual threat quarterback. Can do it with his legs, with his arm, but is so smart with the football, the anticipation he plays with. He's so good at reading out the run-pass option, which is what this Cortland offense is all about. Right there, knows when to get rid of the football, allowing his guys to make plays in space. What a first half for Zach Boyes and this Cortland offense.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers are absolutely phenomenal there. That backside hip touchdown catch from Cole Burgess. I mean, you know, you're in a national semifinal, right? And you go to messing around with your buddies, say, hey, I'm going to go 16 for 20 for over 200 yards and the 3 touchdowns in the first half. Everybody would say, yeah, coach,
it's
right,
like a Madden game. You're like first half Madden when you're playing your buddies. But on the other side, Randolph-Macon couldn't get anything going offensively, but it was because of this Cortland defense, the defensive line, getting penetration, getting after the quarterback. Campanelli had nowhere to go with the football in the first half. Everyone in his face. And then when he took one shot down the field to Wallace, his receiver, the Cortland defensive back made a phenomenal play on the football 2 times in a row, using those long arms to get their hands on the ball and force the turnover.
Well, we'll tell you a lot about that defensive front 4 of Cortland when we come back. They've got a 35-0 lead over Randolph-Macon. Happy holidays to one and all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
All right.
As the young ones here are showing that they've got the holiday spirit. And that's always a beautiful thing. We do too. Michael Regai, my partner Adam Brenneman, our producer Mark Balk, our director David Tasca, all of our ESPN crew. Let's go, shall we? Third quarter, ready to rock, as Jason Moore is going to say, nope, not returning that. So, Randolph-Macon to get their hands on the football to start this third quarter. If you, partner, were head coach Pedro Aruza and you got one of the top teams in the country in D3, and this is the plight you have after the first half, where are you going with words of encouragement?
If Randolph-Macon's going to come back, it'll be through their best players, Campanelli and David Wallace, their wide receiver. I'm telling my best players that I need my leaders to play their very best right now and step up and kind of be the light for this team and get us some confidence back on our side. The game's not over. A lot of time left in the second half, 35-point game, but weirder things have happened in football.
They're going to start with the ground game and run that RPO, that inside zone, and the first carry was from Mitchell Johnson, the 210-pounder. And you know, you talk about front sevens, though. I mean, Nick Lardaro, Sam Maddy, Matt Ferrer, and Max Llewellyn, that front 4. They've been extremely impressive in that first half defensively for Cortland.
They've dominated up front. And just watch the defensive line here. They're getting penetration in the backfield. There's nowhere to run the football, which has been the struggle for this offense.
Campanelli going to pull that football back on the 2nd and 8. He's in trouble, though. Just not a lot of room. And again, we just mentioned one of the names all over that from that defensive front 4. Watch Sam Maddy.
Sam Maddy pursuits to the football here. Good job running it down. Nick Ladero, number 95, got in the backfield as well and forced the disruption in the backfield. Ladero doesn't get credit for the tackle, but he's the one that made that play happen with the penetration in the backfield.
Holden Hodge and Nick Hale have just come on the football field and into the offense for Randolph-Macon. This is 3rd down and 8. That line to make is up at the 35-yard line. And, oh, do they need a conversion here to move the sticks? That throw deep middle. Picked off. Intercepted out of the secondary by Luke Winslow. There's the thing that, of course, we're discussing, or what have to be the words again. You're probably going to, when you're down 35-0, that you're going to take chances you normally wouldn't.
And the message to Campanelli is you can't try to win the game or get the points back in one throw here. You can't make that throw. If nothing is open, your offensive line gave you some time to throw the football. Luke Winslow's just playing center field there at the free safety position, getting the interception and getting his offense the ball back.
3rd team All-Empire 8 performer at that safety spot. Winslow, by the by, that's his 5th INT, 5th pick of the year for Winslow. Going to play on the short field now for the offense, led by quarterback Zach Boys. Boys with that 1st down call for his running back, Jaden Alfano St. John. And St. John got 8 on that 1st down call, approaching the red zone now for these Cortland Red Dragons. I mean, you've been so, and now they're back at taking a little bit of time here now, right?
Yeah,
but you're playing so well offensively.
Yeah.
So well offensively. Play clock will come inside 10 for Zach Boys. Going to stay with that inside ground game, and that is Jaden Alfano St. John. Cutting it outside the numbers and got pushed out of bounds at the 11-yard line. That's a gain of 12 more. 1st down for the Cortland Red Dragons.
See the patience there by Alfonso St. John to wait for his block. See, this thing's supposed to hit right, but he bounces it all the way back to the left. Great job using the vision and then the speed around the edge for the big play.
They're going to mark that football where? At the 12? Yeah, so 1st down can be gained at the 2-yard line here for Zach Boys. Going to stay with the ground game. Great cut inside into the end zone. Jaden Alfano St. John, 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as the Cortland Red Dragons just flat out continue their role here in Ashland, Virginia.
Phenomenal run here by Alfano St. John. Again, using the patience on the zone play. As soon as the crease is there, makes the quick decision to get vertical north and south into the end zone. And another just great job by the Cortland offensive line of getting some movement and giving their running back a place to go.
Well, Adam and I are located in our telecast location right above this bench of Randolph-Macon, and there are a lot of puzzled looks. Jaden Alfano St. John in the house. It's 42-0.
Live.
Head football coach Pedro Aruza. What a sensational year they've had. I know he's not thinking about that right now, but you know, 13-0 overall. Win their conference at 7-0. 14th time they've done that. This gentleman is a couple of decades into his, and you know, he and his staff right now, I'm sure they are, if I said beyond bewilderment, would that be good?
Yeah, they're shocked. You can see the shock on the sideline.
Yeah, you can.
You said it, Michael. We can see him right in front of us, and there's not a lot of energy or life on this sideline or in the stands. But it's 42-0, but you can't discredit the fact that it's been a historic year for Randolph-Macon, and Aruza's done a great job getting this program to this point in this semifinal game for the first time in school history.
Well, sure, and I mean, if you've played competitive sports, you know, even if you played in grade school, you understand this. I mean, there's going to be situations like this and times like this where, you know, if you're Pedro Aruza, and you got to fight your way through. Now, they're one of 4 programs. It shows you how good they've been, right? 9 or more wins in each of the past 5 years. So that's 9 wins plus. In many years, that's been 11, 12 wins for this head coach and his football team.
And their wins this season weren't just by a score or two. I mean, they were winning games 45-7,
right? Just blowouts.
Crazy how good they were on offense all season long, and it just hasn't translated today. And again, it's a testament to how well Cortland's played on defense.
Well, can we get something feel good here? And this is Brett Heiken now, who is the quarterback. So Heiken, who is a senior out of Tallahassee, Florida. There he is, 5'11", 180-pounder. He was the starter, Adam, on this football team in this program in 2021, then had a labrum issue on that throwing shoulder.
Yeah, Heiken was the guy until they brought in Campanelli, and Campanelli took the job over. But they believe in Heiken and believe that he can be a guy that distributes the football and makes good decisions, and he's getting his opportunity now.
Connected with Kwesi Clark there. Clark, the senior. Now back to the RPO, and that is the running back, Kwesi Clark. He's given a little bit of a lift here. Catches the football on the backfield, and then that strong, powerful run off that A-gap.
Really nice run here by Clark. Again, the patience on the zone plays, that's so important. Running through the tackle, keeping those legs moving. Good ball security as he gets to the ground, knowing the defender's coming over his back. And that's the momentum and the positive juice this Randolph-Macon offense needs.
4 minutes into this third quarter. Great to have you along. Michael Regai with Adam Brenneman and all our ESPN crew. Yeah, it has been a huge surprise. Right now, there's no other way to say it. Now going to run that inside reverse. And they got the football in the hands of Jason Moore again. And we saw that on the very first snap of the game, as Moore will come from the wide side of the football field to collect that handoff.
It's a good play call. Randolph-Macon actually leaves 95 Nick Ladero unblocked at defensive end, knowing that Moore can outrun him to the edge. It gives him an extra blocker on that side of the field. Really nice play design.
So moving the sticks now. Again, this is backup quarterback Brett Heiken. Was the starter 2 years ago. He'll throw that out and connect again with Kwesi Clark. So it seems like he and Kwesi Clark, who Clark didn't see many snaps in the first half, they got a combination thing going on here.
Yeah, it looks like Heiken's confident going to Clark, knowing where he's going to be. That time gives him gets the ball in his hand quick and allows Clark to make a play on the perimeter.
Heiken on the year, by the backup quarterback. This senior out of Tallahassee, Florida, hit 70% of his throws for over 425 yards and a couple of TDs. On second down, again, stay with the ground game, the power ground game. That's Nick Hale. Hale, who is the 1,000-yard rusher with 22 touchdowns on the year, will power his way. And this is going to bring up a third down now. We'll call it 6.
I got to believe that Randolph-Macon will be going for this on fourth down. So with third and medium, run game is still in play here. Could run the football and give yourself a shorter down to go on fourth down.
Holden Hodge has come on the football field. Hodge wears number 26, the senior out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Going to go 4 wide receivers there, dominant to the top of your screen. 3 there, but now motion from that out back, and that's Kwesi Clark making that grab again. Well, let's check that. Did they hit Holden Hodge? That's Holden Hodge. I will correct that. Hodge, who came in motion and then reeled in the throw from Brett Heiken.
Another smart play call here by Randolph-Macon. They use their dynamic receiver, David Wallace, to run off a couple defenders and then sneak Hodge out of the backfield for the first down. Big third down conversion there for Randolph-Macon.
Well, how many times do we see that, too, in the college game? So you go to the backup quarterback, see if you can get some juice, getting something happening, and Brett Heiken is making it happen. Heiken again to his favorite receiver, Holden Hodge, who goes airborne inside the 10. Depends where they spot that. They spotted it right at the 10. It's about a half-yard shy of moving the sticks.
It's the reason we see quarterback changes.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 51, making contact to the quarterback's head. Half the distance to the goal will be added from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
Got Max Llewellyn right there. Well, Llewellyn certainly didn't do anything intentionally there, but that hand got him roughing the passer hit.
Llewellyn's trying to swipe at the football, get a hand on it, and comes down on the quarterback's head. Another point of emphasis for the referees to protect the quarterbacks in the head region. But as we were saying, Michael, that the reason you make the quarterback change is just to try to give some new life and some new juice to your offense. A lot of times it works, and it's working right now for Randolph-Macon.
Cam Chapman is offset to the left of Brett Hyken, and this is Chapman trying to get to the edge. Well, he got run down. That is a terrific takedown. How many times have we called Jack Winey today running those 52 yards sideline to sideline?
Big time play by Jack Winey. Watch number 33 come off his block. Good job using his hands to shed the block. Get the running back on the ground. Man, Jack Winey is impressive.
Yeah, he is.
Playing north and south, but also, as you just said, running east and west, sideline to sideline. He's an athletic middle linebacker.
124 tackles on the year. 4.5 tackles for loss. Just a hard-hitting linebacker. Back to the ground game. Trying to lower those pads. Did he get in the house? Yeah, Cam Chapman got there. Touchdown. First time today for Randolph-Macon.
Well, this Randolph-Macon team got the new life they needed. Watch 57 here come around the edge. That's Chris Desmond, the left guard, leading the way, allowing Chapman to get in the end zone.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
See if he's down. Looks like that elbow or the knee might have been down there. Hard to tell in the pile.
Stuart Hinman, our referee today, gentleman in the white hat, they're going to review that and take a peek at it. All touchdowns, of course, can be looked at, or potential touchdowns. Adam, you think that maybe right there with the football, that right elbow hit before he got to that plane of the goal line, huh?
Yeah, it looks to me like he's a little bit short here. All that needs to happen is any part of that ball needs to cross the white line.
He didn't extend it, though.
But he doesn't extend it.
Right?
I don't think it does. And we see right there, it looks like the right elbow's down before it crosses over. I think this one will be coming back, and they'll have inches to go on the goal line.
They will take a peek at it, and we'll see. It was Cameron Chapman. Chapman, who ran for 668 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year, as he and Kwesi Clark, Mitchell Johnson, they all backed up Nick Hale. But really, there's 4 running backs who got a solid amount of work for head coach Pedro Arruza's offense.
And that's been the surprising part today, is that the Randolph-Macon running game and the running backs have been one of the strengths of this team. Being able to run the football efficiently and get positive yardage on first and second down. It's why we've seen such a good third down percentage for Randolph-Macon, because they're good on early downs.
The ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Officially on the board are the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. Cameron Chapman, that's his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And there's still 22 minutes and some change left. So is that the beginning of what every Randolph-Macon fan hopes is a monumental comeback? Got to start somewhere. I like that they went to the run game, to be honest with you. Liked it a lot. We'll discuss more when we get back. Cameron Chapman in the house. Randolph-Macon is on the board. Will that Cameron Chapman touchdown inject a little life? Inject a little chutzpah into those that wear the yellow and black today? Well, we're going to find out. You got to get on the board at some point.
It needs to inject some life in this Randolph-Macon defense now on this drive right here. Need a stop to have a chance to stay in this ball game.
All right, now from inside the 5-yard line on this return for Cortland, as that was Cole Burgess. Burgess, their outstanding wide receiver. That's a nice hit, isn't it? Nice hit on special teams.
Yeah, really nice hit here. It looks like it was a good pursuit to the football, first of all, by all the special teams guys, but that's Joe Marinella for Randolph-Macon making the special teams tackle. Nice hit.
If I said that if you're a fan of that yellow and black of Randolph-Macon, Making a play, a takeaway on defense here would be paramount.
Huge.
Huh?
It's the only way you get back in this game is a big play very quickly. Can't give up a bunch of time on the clock in this drive.
Huge hole off the left side. That's for 13 yards and a first down. Is on that carry again, Jaden Alfano St. John. And hey, how about some props to this O-line of the Red Dragons of Cortland?
I mean, that hole was 10 feet wide. Anyone could have run through that thing. I could run out there right now and run through that hole. I probably would have fell after 3 yards, but I mean,
full disclosure, I'm not sure currently after a hip replacement this summer if I could. Not anymore. I don't know. So quarterback Zach Boyes off that strong play fake's going to keep the football. All right, from left to right, left tackle Kevin Whalen, Jaden Lott. This is the man in the middle. That's Ryan Bitka and his dad, Terry Bitka, right?
Officials timeout on the field for an injured defensive player.
In the Bitka family, as we do have an injury here on the Randolph-Macon side. We'll check that in a moment, but the Bitka family, and this young man was a first-team All-Empire 8 offensive lineman this year, but it's a family affair when you discuss football and just sports in general in the at the collegiate level for this Bitka family.
Yeah, Bitka is really the leader of this offense. Other than Boyes, coaches told us that Bitka and Boyes are best friends, and you can see it when they play. The connection between the center and the quarterback is so important for the protection, for the run blocking, with those two guys leading the way.
And by the way, his dad, we're taking a look at the injury here just to finish it up on the Bitka side. His dad played football at Cortland, Terrence, that you saw in that picture. All right, let's certainly hope for the best, and a good thing that he is walking off without any help. That's Trayvon Faison, the Randolph-Macon corner. Young man who has a couple of picks this year as he plays in a backup capacity in that secondary. All right, clock moving again as we approach 6 minutes left. Boys, that throw is high. Well, he made J.J. Lapp try to go up in the air to make a catch for him, and now it's Lapp who seems to be shaken up.
Officials timeout on the field for an injured offensive player.
We've complimented so well the accuracy that Boyes has thrown with, but that time, off the money, you can't throw high to your receiver in the middle of the field because it exposes him, has to extend his arms and get to the middle of the field. Looks like here, based on the stretching out, could be a possible cramping situation. See how that high throw just puts Lapp in a bad situation with linebackers all around him. Can't expose your receiver like that.
Boy, Lapp, along with Cole Burgess, what tremendous years they've had. Lapp with 67 catches for over 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns this year. Burgess with 64 catches, 1,100 yards, 11 TDs, and he's added to that total today, has Cole Burgess.
When you have both those guys, it forces the defense to make a decision. Are we going to play off coverage and try to get two safeties over the top on those two guys? But what happens when you play two safeties is then Cortland's able to run the football, and they have that part, that balance to their offense. Having those two receivers opens up so much.
Here's a good look at this dynamic wide receiver that has been so good. Cole Burgess. And right now, though, the concern is for his partner in that wide receiving room, J.J. Lapp, who unfortunately is not able to put any weight on his lower body and is being helped off the football field by a couple of his teammates. So we'll keep an eye on Lapp and see if he's able to return. This is 3rd down and 7. If you're a Randolph-Macon fan, biggest play of the game right here to get off the football field. Yes?
Huge play, and they're going to drop out of the blitz look.
Boyes fires middle. What an exceptional grad. Joe Idivio. He's the 3rd down specialist. We discussed that very heavily with Kurt Fitzpatrick this week, and Exhibit A shows up right there.
Watch Idivio here. Feel the zone coverage and slow down right there. See how he slows down in his route once he breaks the in route? It's because he feels the other linebacker on the other side of the route, throttles down a little bit, and gives his quarterback Boyes a window to throw the football. Really nice job by Idivio.
Randolph-Macon D not able to get that stop on 3rd and long and get off the football field. Boys had to regather to get the football. Now he's just going to try to make a little something happen. Going to lose a yard there as he had to climb the ladder to get that snap from Ryan Bitka, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 11.
For how many quarterbacks would that have been an 8-yard loss, ball over the head, jump on it? But for Boys, he somehow catches the ball and then runs out of bounds to only lose 1 yard. It's the little things like that that impact this offense so much.
He officially spotted it at the 49-yard line on the Cortland side of the football field. So that's a loss of 2. We'll call it 2nd and 12. The line to make is down just inside the 40 for Zach Boys. Boys will check that down. Deflected and almost picked off. Well, Randolph-Macon starting to figure some things out, as that was Ku Hitu, who wears number 99. Watch, 99 Hitu. Got that big right arm up.
Great job here by Tu, getting that right arm up with the brace on it and all. Look at him get that thing up. As soon as he sees the quarterback trigger to throw the football, gets the right arm up, knocks it down, and brings up a big 3rd down.
Another chance to get a stop and get the football back. Now this is 3rd and 12.
See Randolph-Macon showing the pressure look up front.
Going to throw that tunnel screen to Burgess. Burgess got knocked down at the 44-yard line. So Burgess is going to come up about 5 yards shy of that 1st down, and with a 42-7 lead. Let's see. This is 4th down. It's a long 4, short 5. And with this lead, though, head coach Kirk Fitzpatrick is going to lead Zach Boys in the offense on the football field. 4 wide receivers. 4th and 5. 4th down conversions this year for the Cortland Red Dragons. A solid job in their 4th down pickups this year. Is now, though, the quarterback Zach Boys, the junior out of Buffalo, New York, is going to head over and have a chat after they call timeout with head coach Kirk Fitzpatrick. We'll take the quick timeout. When we come back, 4th and 5, we'll see what Cortland comes up with. All of you, the NCAA championship coverage continues next week with the D3 championship game. It's next Friday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN. If you'd like more information, visit NCAA.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. Now, gunning that quick in route was quarterback Zach Boys. He hooked up with Joe Idevio. Idevio made the grab, enough to move the sticks. Another conversion on either 3rd or 4th down for this offense of Cortland.
Really tough catch there by Idevio, knowing he's going to take a big hit from the safety, shielding the defense from the ball with his body. Big time play.
Now back to the RPO game, and with the carry here for this Cortland offense is Ashton Capone. We saw Capone with a few carries in the opening half. Got 5, 2nd and 5 after the carry from Ashton Capone. So giving the lead back, Jaden Alfano St. John, a little bit of a respite here. As once again, quarterback Zach Boys has got his football team on the move as we're going to come inside the 3-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Stay with the RPO game. This time not much there for Capone, as leading the offensive hit the defensive hit for the Randolph-Macon front, Wade Grubbs. Grubbs has played very, very well, that 240-pound D tackle.
Now another 3rd down. Randolph-Macon has to get off the field here. I want to see them get some pressure on Boys and make him get the ball out of his hand quickly, force a bad decision.
Line to make is just inside the 25 for Zach Boys. Going to put it up. Coming middle. That is caught. 1st down and a whole lot more. Look at the big tight end. That's Jeff Halusik. They say that his main thrust is in the run game as a blocker. But Halusik with just his 3rd catch of the year to move the sticks.
How do you even defend that? Boys is getting the ball out so quickly he's catch and throw. Out right away. It takes away any pressure or blitz you bring because it can't get there in time. And throws a really good football to Halusik, who the big man's hard to tackle, gets 10 extra yards. I love seeing the tight ends get some love. Let's get a tight end touchdown here. Tight end touchdown?
Oh, yeah, I knew you would come up with that. Ashton Capone with a carry. That got knocked down by that front three. Wade Grubbs was in on that hip. Katu also. There's Katu. He wears number 99. Wade Grubbs wears number 56 from that inside defensive tackle spot.
Grubbs is playing really well today. He's a guy that had last year 10.5 sacks.
Yeah.
Dominated last year. Doesn't quite have the same stats this year, but he is a disruptive force in the middle of this defense.
Winding it down here in quarter number 3, and with a 35-point lead, Zach Boys wants more. That quick throw, that's hauled in. One-handed grab inside the 5 as Ashton Capone probably going to put him down inside the 1-yard line. That'll move the sticks. First, what a catch by Capone.
Great catch here, using the left hand, bringing it to his body. Good concentration by Capone, keeping his eyes on it the entire way. Not a great throw by Boys. He's got to be more accurate with that football to allow his running back to run after the catch and get in the end zone.
Capone's going to stay at the running back spot. Offset with Boys. This is Capone. He's in the house. Touchdown. Cortland Red Dragons as they continue their offensive assault in Ashland, Virginia today.
How about this Cortland offensive line? I mean, we're talking about Boys a ton. We're talking about Burgess, the running backs. But look at the offensive line. There's 3 Randolph-Macon defenders on the ground in that play. Great job by this offensive line. The veteran group has played a lot of football and really the heart and soul of this Cortland team.
Mike Balaga to add the PAT here. Balaga will drill that through the uprights, and point number 49 on the day. How about the way Zach Boys has led this Cortland Red Dragons offense?
He's been electric today, throwing the football, extending with his legs. Gets the ball out to Cole Burgess on the perimeter. Good job being accurate with the football there so his receiver can run after the catch. The guys are celebrating the end zone. And then just when it looks like it's broken down, Zach Boys makes a play. Not broken down for him when he's at quarterback, improvising, creating, making plays when they're off script. And Kurt Fitzpatrick has to be thrilled with the play of his junior quarterback.
Let's go, man.
Absolutely you do. Just a special afternoon for Zach Boys. Again, the young man out of Buffalo, New York.
Score is 49-7.
Kenmore West High School, and he's doing everybody in the city of Buffalo real proud today with this type of performance.
You know, Michael, who he reminds me of on the FBS level a lot is Bo Nix and how he operates that Oregon offense.
Sure.
The spread offense, the RPO, they're efficient. He's a good athlete, not an elite athlete, but a good enough athlete to create, get on the perimeter, run a little bit. He reminds me a lot, and the way they call the game on offense reminds me of how Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein calls his offense.
Yeah, no, I see it, partner. I see why you're making that comparison absolutely with Bo Nix. Bo Nix, a Heisman Trophy finalist, by the way, for his quarterbacking work with the Oregon Ducks.
Not a bad comparison, huh?
Now, how about
it's a big comparison.
I'm sure Zach Boys would.
He's thrilled.
Yeah, absolutely tell you he's thrilled that that's the comparison you make. Boys just led the 7th touchdown drive of the afternoon for these Red Dragons of Cortland, who have come from New York State, and they have, to this point, put the hammer down this afternoon. Now this is Nick Hale on that carry. Haven't heard from Hale in quite some time, but the young man got the call here. He's their top running back, over 1,000 yards at 22 TDs on the year.
Hale's a big back. He's stocky, plays low to the ground, and he's hard to bring down. You can see it right there. Does a nice job lowering his shoulder, picking up some extra yardage after contact.
See if they try to get one more snap off here in the 3rd quarter when you're down 49-7. Almost say, yeah, probably for Drew Campanelli. As Campanelli is, no, let's check that again, as that carry came as to end quarter number 3. All right, don't go away. We'll come back. 49-7 Cortland, and we'll go to the fourth quarter next. All right, back as we start the fourth quarter with quarterback Brett Hutchin running the offense here off play action. Hutchin delivering outside. Ooh, close to being picked off. And once again, this defensive secondary for the Red Dragons of Cortland. They know Luke Winslow said, I should have had my second.
What a job by Luke Winslow, seeing that the entire way. Randolph-Macon tried to do some trickeration to get the receiver out of the backfield and up the sideline. Did not fool Luke Winslow. Good job using that football IQ, those instincts to make a play. Would have liked to have a pick 6, though.
Yeah, for sure.
He's going to be sleeping thinking about that one.
If you just joined us, that young man who wears number 3, Brett Hutchin, was the starter in 2021. Or he had the labrum injury that forced surgery.
Prior to the expiration of the play clock, Randolph-Macon calls its first timeout of the half. It will be 30 seconds in length.
30-second timeout. So after Hutchin, Adam, had that labrum surgery, that's when Drew Campanelli got the opportunity to gain the starter's role, and he did, and quite frankly has run with it since.
Yeah.
And as we take a look at this offense, again, you look at the center, Matt Hale, and the running back, Nick Hale. Here they are. So look at Big Matt taking care of brother Nick, running the football there with those big blocks in the middle of the offense.
That's a textbook block there by Matt Hale. Hands inside, good leverage, hips are low. That's brotherly love, following your brother as the running back for a first down.
Third down for Hutchin, coming middle. Terrific grab being made. It's going to move the sticks. How about that catch that was made by Holden Hodge? There's Hodge, only 5'7", about $168 out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Made that tough grab.
Hodge plays a lot bigger than that, though. At only 5'7", plays with a much bigger wingspan. Look at him extend his hands from his body to catch that football, bring it right in, tucking it away and getting yards after contact. Really nice job there by Hodge. He's been looking good in this second half.
Well, Pedro Aruza and his football team, hoping to continue to operate smoothly. Hutchin to put it up. Hutchin's going to take a shot deep. Almost got picked off as in double coverage was Hutchin's throw. Alex DeRosa, who wears number 3, was in coverage there against Jason Moore.
The guy Hutchin should have gone to there was David Wallace, his receiver. Hutchin went to the wrong side of the field. He had Wallace open on the other side. See the safety over the top here by Cortland to the right side of the field. The left side was wide open. If he would have gone to Wallace, could have been a touchdown.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the backup quarterback, Brett Hutchin. Hutchin, again, the starter 2 years ago, has replaced Drew Campanelli today. He'll fire that throw. That's hauled in. Making that grab outside the numbers and putting on the strong move was Holden Hodge. Hodge making the catch. Hutchin put the football out there beautifully for Hutchin to make the catch and pick up some of that yak, right?
Good job getting Hodge in motion there. Good play design. The motion allows him to have off coverage, so no defender is manning him up on the line of scrimmage. Makes it an easy throw and catch. And then Hodge making some things happen after the catch. Ooh, that thing almost got swatted out. Good job by Hodge there with the ball security.
So Hutchin with his Yellow Jackets offense on the move. Undefeated at 13-0. Hutchin threw the out route there. Had a miscommunication between Hutchin and the tight end, Landon Ferris. Hutchin threw that outside shoulder to the out. Ferris was making the in cut.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been an option route for the tight end there to decide if he's going to run in or run out based on the leverage. Hutchin thought he was going to break out on the corner route. Tight end broke in. Could have been a big play. There was room there to throw the ball.
2nd and 10 now for Brett Hutchin. put the football in the hands of one of the playmakers, but Kwesi Clark just had no room to roll there. Well, how about the run-two hits coming out of that secondary? That was Naz Gene Lubin who made the hit there for Cortland.
Watch Gene Lubin here come onto the screen, make a big tackle. Man, that's it. As a cornerback, those guys don't normally like to tackle. They like to cover and not make plays on the ball.
What?
Hey, not Najee Lubin. He'll stick his nose in there and make some plays, man. He's a physical corner, only 5'11", 160. We talked about some of these smaller guys, but he plays much bigger.
Well, you know why? He's from the borough of Brooklyn, baby. In New York City.
Man.
Tough, exactly. Throw an end zone. Hutchin. That football out of bounds beyond the pylon. He was looking for David Wallace. And Wallace came into this game today. 53 catches for 957 yards and 12 touchdown catches. And Wallace just has not been able to get going at all today.
And a big part is because of the guy covering him, Najee Lubin, who we've been talking about.
Yep.
Has locked him down on the outside and not allowed Wallace to get open.
All right, this is 4th down, and we'll call it 7. Now, that line to make is down at the 16-yard line for quarterback Brett Hutchin. Hutchin's going to throw that deep out. It was there if he didn't overthrow his receiver, Jason Moore, and that will turn the football over on downs for the Cortland Red Dragons.
Hutchin had his receiver there open. Jason Moore gets open on the corner route, has leverage, and the defender beat. A better throw there by Hutchin. Could have been a touchdown.
So that'll get the Cortland offense back on the football field, and what a day it has been for their quarterback leader, Zach Boyes, and this entire Red Dragons offense. They've been rolling today right from their very first drive of the afternoon. On this first down call, Jaden Alfano St. John. Now let's take a look at the drive summaries. We said, Adam, this goes all the way back to their first possession of the day. That is close to perfect drive-wise.
I mean, it does not get any better than that. And the reason is it's their quarterback, it's the receiver, but it's the offensive line. How they've protected their quarterback, Zach Boyes, and how they've opened up holes in the running game. When you're balanced on offense, they can do both. When you can run it, when they play off coverage, when you can throw it, when they bring pressure, a lot of good things happen.
Off that play action, he's going to gun that throw to Andrew Tarpey. Tarpey made the grab. Tarpey will get knocked down at the 40-yard line, but again, Zach Boyes moving the sticks for his offense off that play action.
He's so comfortable. Boyes is so comfortable in that RPO game. That's all we're seeing. Almost every single time they're running the football, Boyes has an opportunity to throw it if he sees something open. That time he identifies it and makes a quick decision to get the ball out of his hand.
Now, Ricky Thompson on one corner now for the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. Brandon Evans down here on the short side of the field on the other corner. Zach Boyes has got everything going on today. Throws that out to the far side and hooks up with Cole Burgess as they went to work on Ricky Thompson there. That corner I just mentioned playing the wide side of the formation.
Look at that hands catch by Cole Burgess. Ball's low. Receivers don't like low balls usually because it's hard to get your hands down there and get them underneath the football before it hits the ground. But Burgess does a good job there getting the hands underneath and making the catch.
We come inside 11 minutes left in this one, and if you're just joining us and you're a fan of the Cortland Red Dragons, you have to be extremely pleased as they have been just terrific today in every aspect of the game. Going to go back to the ground game on 2nd and long. And that carry was once again Jaden Alfano St. John. And on those hits once again for Randolph-Macon, Koo at 2. There's 2. He wears number 99, 250-pound defensive end who's had a real good year.
The rest of this fourth quarter, we'll see Cortland snap the ball with under 5 seconds on the play clock. Try to get out of this game healthy before the national championship.
Boys will do that. Snapped it inside 5. Going to take a shot deep middle. Burgess had it on his left hand and tried to pull it in for what might have been his 4th touchdown catch of the day. What an effort by Burgess.
Watch Zach Boyes here stand in the pocket and throw the football. First, let's look at the catch, or the attempted catch. Gets one hand on it, almost brings it in. Man, really nice route here by Burgess. Gets open, uses the long speed. Almost brings it in, man. That would have been a spectacular catch. And that, we would have had a Sports Center top 10.
No question. No question. One-handed catch on a deep ball like that. Burgess just short of pulling it in. Well, Patrick Luby is going to hit this high and calling for the fair catch is JoJo Marinella of Randolph-Macon. Yellow Jackets have a football next. Well, you're a fan of the Cortland Red Dragons. We've been saying this for the entire second half. Yeah, show us your best dance moves, ladies, as they have been really good. And, you know what? I don't know, Adam Brenneman. I mean, honestly, not many times you're going to be at a football game, especially a playoff football game with a championship at stake, when you're in the 4th quarter and able to have that kind of fun because you're probably not too concerned with the final verdict.
Yeah, and if I'm Kurt Fitzpatrick right now with a championship game coming up, Cortland head coach, I'm taking my starters out of this game. Get them some rest before a big matchup for the national championship. They've done everything they need to do today.
Well, let's take a look. And staying on the ground right now, that's back-to-back carries for 210-pound soft Mitchell Johnson. He's going to bring up 3rd down. Let's take a look at the Cortland defense right now, Adam Brenneman, and see exactly what you're saying. Matt Farrer, Sam Motti, Nick Ladaro, Max Llewellyn on the football field. That's Jack Winey, 33, the Mike linebacker. David Romer, Jaden Martinez. Now, the bulk of the starters, partner, are still in.
Yeah, I've seen everything I need to see. If I'm Kurt Fitzpatrick, make sure my guys are healthy going into next week.
Yeah, look at the secondary. Winslow, DeRosa.
Yeah, they're all in there.
No, they're all in there.
Yeah.
He's still got his #1 defensive unit on the field. Hutchin will fire it out. That's grabbed nicely. Hold in with a lot more yards after catch coming. Terrific grab. Jason Moore.
Jason Moore is playing like a man on a mission. Watch him catch this football and make a play after the catch. Get off of me. Get out of the club, they call it. With the left hand, tosses him off him and picks up the explosive play. What a play by Jason Moore.
Officials timeout on the field for an injured defensive player.
Well, we're just talking about now who's down. And before we could see him, let us take a timeout. And we'll come back. Is that Mark Knoll? All right, we're going to take the timeout. Mark Knoll, one of the starting corners for the Cortland Red Dragons. Take a look at this previous play. Watch Mark Noel, who wears number 7. There's Noel diving for the tackle that did not come, of course, on Jason Moore. Where did he get hit, Adam Brenneman?
It might have been falling to the ground, but that's an important starter for this Cortland defense.
Hutchin will throw the out. That's hauled in. Yeah, well, that without question, that is Brett Hutchin's favorite receiver as he once again hooked up with Holden Hodge. And that is Ryan Isom, by the way. Isom is in now, replacing Mark Noel on that corner for the Cortland Red Dragons. As we approach 7 minutes left for backup quarterback Brett Hutchin. Gonna run that misdirection again. Jason Moore's been a busy guy today offensively, Adam Brenneman, as they misdirected with him out of motion.
Yeah, and they leave Nick Ladaro, the defensive end, unblocked. Again, another good play design, nice scheme, knowing that you can out-leverage Nick Ladaro, that defensive end, and he's not going to have the athleticism to make a play on that football in the perimeter.
So you're asking Jason Moore, then, he's going to be unblocked. You got to make one man miss.
Yeah,
you got to make one man miss, and you got big play.
Basically, you're leaving him unblocked, knowing that you can beat him to the sideline.
Yeah. All right, back to the ground game. Nick Hale, look at that flying tackle that came up out of the secondary for, actually, his outside backer, Jaden Martinez. Yeah, there he is. Martinez, Nassau Community College, played with the middle Mike linebacker, Jack Winey.
Yeah.
They played together in junior college at Nassau CC.
I love how Jaden Martinez plays. You turn on the film, you see 21 around the football most of the time. He runs well, he's physical, plays that inside-outside spot where you can do both.
2nd and 9 now for quarterback Brett Hutchin. They'll keep the football on the ground. Going to bring up 3rd down and long here as you get a good look at Hutchin.
The most exciting part for Cortland fans and for Kurt Fitzpatrick is that the question all season long has been the Cortland defense. How can they hold up with a really powerful offense on their side? And what we've seen today is the defense has come to play. Their front seven's good. Their defensive backs have held up. We've seen Gene Lubin has made multiple plays today. That's the exciting part going into the national championship game.
Without question. Empty backfield for Hutchin. He delivered that throw to his favorite receiver, Holden Hodge. Hodge, only 168 pounds, out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. But Hodge has had a strong afternoon today.
Hutchin looks really comfortable in the pocket right now. Knows where he's going with the football. Good job using his arm angles there to get over the defensive line with their hands up.
For an injured defensive player.
We've got a Cortland Red Dragon that is down and injured. So now we're going to take the full timeout here. We'll tell you all about it when we return. Cortland's got the big lead.
Live.
All right, back inside the D3 semifinals. One of them, you'll see North Central to Wartburg coming up at 3:30 on ESPN Plus. Is backup quarterback Brett Hutchin's throw incomplete as in that coverage again. What a day Luke Winslow has had, huh? This 195-pound senior out of Lansing, New York. As we take a look at what's happening in Division III, of course, all Cortland here today, and starting at 3:30, Wartburg and North Central will tangle. The winner looking like it's going to get Cortland. It'll be on ESPNU. They'll kick it off right about 7 o'clock Eastern. Hutchin will check down, and that is caught inside the 5 and trying to power his way down near the goal line. That's Kwesi Clark. Clark made the grab, the young man out of Riegelwood, North Carolina. Well, the football at the 2-yard line as Brett Hutchin, this quarterback. Now they're going to go the big back at him and get Nick Hale in. They're starting to running back.
And Nick Hale is the guy in this situation. Hard to bring down, plays low to the ground, great pad level, runs his feet through contact. I don't want to tackle Nick Hale, I'll tell you that.
Now I'm with you there. And this is Hale on that carry, trying to lower the pads. He get in the end zone? No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown, Nick Hale. And the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jacket offense.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. Officials time out on the field for an injured defensive player.
See Hale here lowering his shoulder, following his big offensive line, and if this call stands as a touchdown, that's what you want to see. If you're Pedro Ruza, the game's out of reach, but at this point, it's about playing for pride. We had a great season. Let's end it on a high note and show we can move the football and score a touchdown, put some points on the board.
Yeah, his starters are still in on that O-line. Miles Bridges, that big left tackle, and Chris Desmond, the left guard. They gave that young man, Nick Hale, as he lowered his pads behind their blocks to get into the end zone. We're not able to identify that interior D lineman for the Cortland Red Dragons that is down. There's a better look. So that looks to be Steve Baker. Steve Baker wears number 96. He backs up Matt Ferrer at that one defensive tackle spot, a young man out of Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, we've seen a couple injuries now on this drive for Cortland. Baker is a backup to Ferrer, as you just said, Michael. So I think Kirk Fitzpatrick's starting to get his starters out of the game and start thinking about next week.
Yep. Yeah, with just 3:58 left, and this impressive lead that they've held from never trailed today. First possession of the football game, they put 7 on the board and have been rolling ever since. As you take a look at Steve Baker get helped off.
See Baker here, middle of the screen, number 96, in the middle of the pile. And hard to see what happens there. Might have gotten rolled up on. That pile's not a fun place to be. I've been there before. You don't want to be on the bottom of that pile. You don't know what's going on. Things are being said. People are hitting each other. It's not a pleasant place.
Kyle Ely to add this PAT here, and Ely will do that. All right, second touchdown of drive of the day for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. Little less than 4 left when we get back. That second touchdown of the afternoon is a feel-good variety, quite frankly, for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. We take a look again. So next Friday night, 7 o'clock, ESPN Family and Networks on ESPNU. You will see the winner of this one against the winner of that other semifinal that we just showed you. Hope you've enjoyed this one today. Terrific job by our ESPN crew, led by producer Mark Balk, director David Tasca. All of the terrific crew have done yeoman's work here today. As this one, yeah, it got extended early on as Cortland really had the tremendous first half. And yeah, head football coach Kirk Fitzpatrick has done a tremendous job with his preparation for his football team, with this quarterback Zach Boys and their offensive proficiency that showed up in a big way today, Adam Brenneman.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to Kirk Fitzpatrick and offensive coordinator Patrick Rochford for the plan they had today on offense. It was very clear from the beginning of this game that their plan was to get their playmakers, Cole Burgess, Idivio, those guys, the ball in space, and say our athletes are more athletic and can run faster than your defense. And we saw it time after time today. And then on top of it, running the football well and running the football when they had to, not just when they needed to.
Yeah, that is, by the way, that's Tyson Taylor making his to the offset of quarterback Zach Boys. He wears number 28. Taylor is a true freshman. Young man out of Middle Island, New York, Tyson Taylor. As we play the final 3:05, and Taylor's got another carry. Now, good to see this this defense of Randolph-Macon still flowing to the football and still hitting hard.
It was a huge play there by Tony Skinner. Flew out of nowhere to make the tackle.
Officials timeout on the field for an injured defensive player.
I think that's Skinner on the ground injured.
That is Tony Skinner, yes. Skinner, who wears number 34, has had a real good year. A young man from Spotsylvania, Virginia. You ever been there, buddy?
Never been there.
No?
Never been there.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, went through it. All those years I was, you know, calling the Baltimore Orioles. Got into.
You were everywhere.
Got into Virginia a little bit. Yeah, a lot of Orioles fans, and of course here in the state of Virginia.
Get this, Skinner 5 interceptions this season at his linebacker position. Ball hawk.
Skinner had a career high 9 tackles this year. I believe was that the 9 tackles. I think it was their game at Shenandoah when they won 48-13. So, you know, as we're inside 3 minutes left, it's this tremendous year that just a couple hours today started at 13-0 for Pedro Aruza and his football team. It's going to come to an end today. and their quest to get to the D3 National Championship game is going to be short-circuited, but it doesn't take away from this exceptional year they've had, where offensively they were elite and defensively they almost won every football game by 4 touchdowns. Stay with that inside ground game, and again with that carry. Mason Taylor on the grab, and coming up to make that hit for Randolph-Macon was Brandon Evans off the corner.
And to your point, Pedro Ruza has done a great job here. This place, the state of Randolph-Macon football has never been better.
Right.
The excitement around this community, the season they had, a historic run. We've talked about it. Even this facility, in the play, one of the best in Division III. This is a great environment. Aruza's done a phenomenal job just bringing this community together to rally around this program. Tough day today, but that shouldn't take away from the job he's done and the job this team has done.
So booting this football away was Patrick Luby, and on that run up to fair catch it for the Yellow Jackets was JoJo Marinella. All right, here's the last drive offensively for Randolph-Macon. They got some nice things happening with Holden Hodge here, and also Jason Moore.
Yeah, and their quarterback Hutchin, who was the backup go into today, used to be the starter, has looked comfortable in the pocket and makes good plays and good decisions, has really ignited a spark for this Randolph-Macon offense that they desperately needed in the second half. And then they ended their last drive with a touchdown by big running back Nick Hale to get in the end zone to give them some life here in the fourth quarter.
So Brett Hutchin will stay the quarterback here. Pedro Aruza told us really likes Hutchin's escapability and maneuverability. Those are the two things that stand out. And again, we'll continue to say, 2 years ago, this young man was a starter here. Yeah. He was starting quarterback here on a 9-win football team.
Yeah, he's been through the ringer here a little bit. You know, Campanelli comes in as a transfer and ends up winning the job as Hutchin went through shoulder surgery, and just a difficult moment in time for him. But now it'll be interesting, you know, as you know, this offseason comes about, depending on if Hutchin has another year or not, depending on how the COVID year works out, if there could be a possible competition.
Hutchin's going to fire the out. That's JoJo Marinella who made the grab, moved those chains, first down. Hutchin, by the way, his great-grandfather was a quarterback at Florida. I wonder if that was in the great-grandfather. That wouldn't have been during the head coach Steve Spurrier days. Probably before that. I would assume.
Yeah, that's before me.
It is before you? Okay. Clock moving here is, well, now they haven't started yet. They stopped it on that first down. All right, now it should start. Do not see it starting is Nick Hale on that carry. To the 40-yard line, so maybe another snap or two. We'll see how Pedro Aruza. So Adam Brenneman, Randolph-Macon ran the table up to today, came off that incredible 39-36 win up in Baltimore at Johns Hopkins. As you see the Cortland sideline celebrating. But for Randolph-Macon, what was a 13-0 season is going to come to an end as they don't want to snap it again. How about the job coming on the road that man, head coach Kurt Fitzpatrick, his quarterback Zach Boyes, and all the Red Dragons of Cortland did in ringing up a 49-14 win today.
You talk about having your guys ready to play on the road in the biggest game, might have been biggest game in program history. Kurt Fitzpatrick did a great job. His entire coaching staff. It starts with their quarterback, Zach Boyes, who was lights out today. I can't think of a mistake we saw him make on the field. It was almost perfect throwing the football. The job his receivers did. Cole Burgess. Cole Burgess, I mean, 3 touchdowns, and Idevio on some big third down conversions. Jaden Alfano St. John had a good day. And then the defense. The Cortland defense came to play, and what's been the question mark. They erased that question mark this game, and I'm telling you right now, you won't want to play this Cortland team in the championship game no matter who wins the other semifinal.
All right, 49-14 is your final. Don't go away as we are going to chat with Kurt Fitzpatrick, the head football coach. These victorious Division III playoff winning Red Dragons of Cortland. All right, for the second time today, we chat with a gentleman that, yeah, you should wear a big smile, Kurt Fitzpatrick. I mean, Adam and I have been talking throughout the course of this game today. What an impressive performance by every unit of your football team. You come here on the road against an undefeated and highly thought of, and rightfully so, Randolph-Macon squad. Was it about this week of preparation, Kurt, do you think, first and foremost, that have you where you are at this moment?
It's hard to put into words, honestly. You know, I knew that after last week, our defensive guys weren't happy with how they played and the chatter about our defense. And I thought they came out here and we played extremely physical up front, our defensive front today. And we knew that was going to be a key to the game, if not the key to the game. We knew offensively, we feel confident in our offense, not comfortable, but confident in our offense. And it was going to come down to our defensive front. And those guys played their butts off today. So proud of their effort. All three phases. Punt return for a touchdown. You know, we were great in kickoff coverage all day. We just never let them get any real momentum in this game. Proud of our guys. We had a great week of preparation for sure, but I think it's a testament to their will and the just the grit and effort of our team.
Coach, congratulations. There's so much to be proud of. Tons of positives. What's the one area you saw today that you still want to see your guys improve upon before the national championship?
I think in the second half, you know, I want us to play each play like it's its own game and not let things slip. You know, we got a lead and you know, and I think we lost a little bit of urgency there, which is, you know, it's human nature to do. But as a coach, you know, we want to be playing our best every single play, have a next play mentality, and play one play at a time. You know, this is great. We played great in all three phases, Adam. So I don't know where I think we can improve. We missed on a couple deep shots that I think we're going to need to hit next week for sure. But right now, just proud of our guys and the effort they showed, and everyone, all of our alumni across the country who are watching. You know, we're proud to be from Cortland, proud to wear red, and go Red Dragons.
Well, yeah, if you're a Cortland Red Dragon, you better be proud to wear red after today. Kurt Fitzpatrick, that's exceptional. Just an exceptional performance. We're going to chat with Zach Boys because we thought he was absolutely tremendous today. So congratulations again, Kurt. We'll see you next week in the national championship game. And momentarily, we will be joined by this very talented junior quarterback out of Buffalo, New York, Zach Boys, who led this performance today. Just love the way that he got so many involved. There he is, the junior out of Buffalo, New York, Cortland quarterback Zach Boys. Zach, Michael Regai, and Adam Brenneman. That was exceptional today, man. Offensively, you guys were locked in. You got everybody involved. What was a week of preparation like? And what we saw today, did you feel like, you know, you could say now after it's over, did you feel there were some things, if we play the way we need to, that we can exploit in Randolph-Macon's defense?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. We turned the film on, and they're a great team, man. We came down here last year and we played them, so we kind of knew what they were about, and they changed their scheme up a little bit on defense from the year prior. And when we turned on that Hopkins film, we really liked what we saw personally. A lot of area out there in the middle of the field, and Coach Fitz is the best play caller in the country, man. So I'll go to war with that man. And so we were in the lab Monday and Tuesday trying to figure out what we were going to do. And you know, all of our receivers, man, they made a ton of plays today, from Cole to Amari making a big catch in the start of the game. So, you know, I loved our game plan all week. I loved the week of preparation we had. The guys were really locked in and, you know, asking questions, which is always good. And then we just ironed some things out and played a great game today.
Zach, congratulations. You just mentioned Cole Burgess, your receiver. I want to ask you about him. 12 catches, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns today. The trifecta. What is it about him that makes him so special?
He's just a special talent, man. You know, he works very, very hard. He's a very, very talented player too. So it makes it good to have him on my team. You know, it's awesome to be able to throw 1-5 the ball. And he's like I said, man, he's a very special player. And, you know, it's easy throwing to your best friend, too. You know what I mean? I really care about him. He cares about me. So that's just kind of how tight-knit we are. And, you know, I'm very proud of how he played today.
Yeah, that mutual care is amazing. We've discussed a lot your offensive line today here in the show, Zach, because we thought we were terrific aggressively the way they came off their blocks and got your run game going as well. So you're going to play for a national championship, man, next week. Not sure yet whom it's going to be against, but what do you think this week's going to be like? Can you duplicate the kind of week of prep you just put in to play in this semifinal game that you win?
Well, we have to. You know, the job's not done. So, you know, we got to have a great week of preparation. But it is pretty surreal. You know, this is what you work for, man. You want to play for the national championship. You work all summer. All the long days in the spring, man, the cold practices that we got up in Cortland, New York, man. So this is what we work for, and it's a really cool experience. But, you know, we didn't come all this way just to come all this way. You know, we want to finish the job, and I'm really excited to get after it.
Know everybody in Cortland, New York, and anybody that is a Red Dragon fan is real pleased. Zach Boyce, thanks so much today. Tremendous job, young man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Go
Red Dragons, baby.
Yeah, Zach Boyce said it, huh, Anna Brenneman? No question about it. So they're one half of the championship bracket. It's coming right back here to Salem, Virginia next week. At least in the same state, huh?
Yeah.
And it'll either be Wartburg or North Central. Adam, great job today, buddy. Always enjoyed with you, man. All right, that's going to do it. The Cortland Red Dragons just put on a show here today. There's no other way to say it. They're going to the D3 National Championship game by virtue of their 49-14 win. Now for our producer, Mark Balk, our director, David Tasca, all of our amazing crew, from a partner, Adam Brenneman, I'm Michael Regai. Hope you enjoy the D3 Championship game next week. So long, everybody.